Okay, how's it going, guys? Welcome to the Pokemon Crystal Nuzlocke. How are you all doing? Okay, so to celebrate the fact that oh, I've probably got to turn the. Hold on, let me turn this down a wee bit. The game volume is probably super loud. That's hopefully better. Alright. So yeah, to celebrate the fact that Pokemon Crystal has got released on the eShop on the 3DS yesterday, and the fact that this is my absolute favourite Pokemon game, I thought it would be fun to do just a pure vanilla Nuzlocke of this game, because we have never actually done just a pure vanilla Nuzlocke on my channel before, whether it's my YouTube or my Twitch. So I thought it would be fun to actually attempt a vanilla Nuzlocke and see how it goes. I think it will be a lot of fun, and what better game to do it in than my favourite one. So yeah. Let's get into this, shall we? First things first. Set it to fast. We're going to set battle shift to, or battle style to set rather than shift. What frame do I want? We'll go with that one. Alright, let's get started. So, I guess the first things first. We'll go over the rules of this. So even though we are doing a... Hold on, I'm actually going to set this to... Oh, 6 is nighttime? Okay, I'm going to set this to 4. That way every single... Even though it's not the proper time, that at least this way, every stream will get 2 hours of daytime and then 2 hours of nighttime. Which means we'll, you know, always have options to do certain things, like whether it's evolutions during certain times or other stuff. This way we'll always get 2 hours of each kind of daytime. We're not going to get any time for morning, unfortunately, but I don't think there's a ton of stuff that happens in the morning time anyway. And if I really need to get something done in the morning time in the game, I can just kind of do it off stream. But probably not going to do that. But I think, yeah, we'll start this at 4, just so we can get that that time in 0 minutes. Okay, so rules of this. If you have never seen a Nuzlocke before, which I don't know how the hell you would not have seen one at this point, but if you haven't seen a Nuzlocke, rules are simple. 3 rules to be exact. There are... first rule is you have to catch only the first Pokemon that you find in each new area. You only get 1 chance to catch this Pokemon. If you fail to catch the first Pokemon you find in an area, you do not get a capture for that area. Second rule. If anytime a Pokemon faints in battle, it is considered dead and must either be released or put in a designated grave box and cannot be used again. And then rule 3 is you gotta nickname all your Pokemon, which isn't a huge rule, but gotta be done. And other than that, there are a few extra rules that we're going to be playing by, that I usually always play by to make the just to make the game a little bit more difficult. Because usually, even with Nuzlocke on, it's still not the most difficult thing in the world to beat some games with. So the few extra rules we're going to be playing with are, as you've seen at the start, on the options we put the battle style to set rather than shift, so it means I can't get any free switches. I have to actually use a turn to switch whenever the opponent is sending out a new Pokemon. The other rules are, I'm only allowed to use 3 healing items per battle, which is going to make some gym battles and especially the Elite Four, it's going to make all of them quite difficult. Or at least a little bit more difficult if I'm limited to healing items and I can't just, you know, spam potions all the time. And then the third extra rule is I will be playing with a level limit. Now with the level limit, what this means is I'm not allowed to have any team member of mine go above go any higher leveled than the next boss or gym leader or whatever you want to call it. So whatever you would consider like the next boss battle, usually it would be the gym leaders, and then after the gym leader it would be like the champion of the Elite Four. So for example, the first gym leader in this game, highest level is 9, or Falconer, so I'm not allowed to have any of my Pokemon go above level 9 before we fight him. Once we're in the battle with him, they can go above level 9, but before that, if they're above level 9, we're not allowed to use them. If I have a Pokemon go above the level that the next level limit is at, then I have to put them in the PC and I'm not allowed to use them again until after we defeat the current gym leader that we're over leveled for. So it makes it a little bit more difficult. So I can't just have, you know, 2 or 3 Pokemon be super over leveled and do everything. It means we got to actually use a full team. We got to use more strategy for it. A few other little things in effect. Shiny clause is in effect, so if I find any shiny Pokemon, I'm allowed to catch it no matter what. If I find the other clauses we have in effect, we have dupes clause in effect, so if I find a Pokemon that I've already caught before of the same species or same evolution line, I'm allowed to skip it and look for something else. And there's also the gift clause, where a gift Pokemon does not count for an encounter in an area. So for example, if there's somewhere on a route where someone gives me a Pokemon for free as a gift, I can still get that Pokemon, but then also catch a Pokemon on that route as well, separately. So yeah, those are all, I think that's pretty much everything. But right now, we gotta pick our starter. Now, because this is a regular Nuzlocke and not a randomizer of any kind, rather than being able to just pick what I want, I'm gonna do the whole thing where I look at my ID, and what we're gonna do is, on the last digit of my ID, if it's a 1, 2, or 3, we take this one. If it's 4, 5, or 6, we take this one. If it's 7, 8, or 9, we take this one. If it's a 0, we move to the next number down until we get something that is not a 0, and then that will designate which starter we have. I actually don't remember which starters in each Pokeball, so it's going to be a bit of a surprise for us to find out. Let's see, what is our ID? 3, 6, 3, 4, 8. 8 is the last number, so we're going to be picking the one on the right. I'm hoping for either Totodile or Typhlosion, Totodile or Cyndaquil, just because Chikorita is very difficult to use early on in this game. Plus, I really like Cyndaquil. It's like my favourite starter from this gen, so what do we got? Oh! It's Chikorita! The only one I didn't want. No, here's the thing. I don't hate Chikorita. I don't hate Chikorita Bailey for Mega Game. I actually do like the Evolution line, and they do learn some pretty good moves. Leveling up. Well, eventually they get some pretty good moves. It's just that the early game with Chikorita is so difficult. The first 2 gyms are super effective against grass. So this is going to be, unless we get some good Pokemon, or unless we can get some good partners to kind of deal with the flying and bug weakness that we're going to be dealing with for the first 2 gyms, this is going to be a chore. Luckily there are a few Pokemon coming up we can have a chance to catch that will really help with that. Alright, so first things first, we got a female Chikorita, we gotta think of a nickname for it. So while I'm thinking of a nickname real quick, let me add Chikorita to the overlay. I'm going to be adding these, I know, yeah, see this is from, I'm adding stuff, these images in from a previous thing, so they're going to be different Pokemon. I just got to change it real quick. Give me just a quick second to change this Dragonair to my Pico. Go. Stop it. Oh. Hold on, let me do something. Quickly lock these in place so that they don't get in the way. Or not so they don't get in the way, so that I don't accidentally grab and move. Okay, there's our little Chikorita. Okay, now we gotta think of a name for this thing. What do we want to call little Chikorita? Let me think. We've actually had quite a few. I've actually had the Chikorita evolution line quite a few times in my randomizers before. Now that I think about it, we've had this Pokemon actually be in some of our randomizers and stuff quite often. So I've had a few nicknames for this thing in the past. I don't know if I want to reuse one of them or if I want to go for something different though. You know what? We're going to call you Chia. Like a Chia pet. And also, Chia's, you know, uses some of the letters in Chikorita's name. I think it's an appropriate name. We're going to call Chikorita Chia. I think that's a pretty good name. So let me just... Again, I'm going to have to edit this real quick. That's the thing. Early on we're going to be editing the overlay a lot. to add the team members in because we're going to be getting a lot of Pokemon, but eventually we'll get to the point where we'll hopefully have a solid team that, you know, won't be changing out too much. Oops. I meant to do. Yeah. There we go. Alright. We got our first Pokemon, Chia the Chikorita. Alright. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong button to bring up the menu. Used to the DS games where I gotta press X to open the menu rather than start. Okay, let's see. Stats. Well, special attacks decently higher. But I guess once we get Razor Leaf, that'll be good. But for now, we're going to be stuck with Tackle. Probably not doing a lot of damage, but that's fine. Yeah, one good thing about Chia is we can focus on giving Chia, or we can probably focus on making Chia kind of a defensive wall of the team. Maybe actually see if we can potentially get Reflecting Light Screen on it, and then maybe have a healing move and then a decent like attacking move. Chia will definitely be a good kind of tank later on, but for now, it's just going to be okay. Now the thing is, the Nuzlocke, the one weird thing about this game is Nuzlocks don't start until we get Pokeballs, and the thing is, we don't get Pokeballs in this game for a while. We got to go all the way up to Mr. Pokemon's house, and then come all the way back before we get Pokeballs. There's a lot of stuff we got to go through, so none of these encounters are really going to matter in any way. I'll still fight them to get a bit of experience, but I gotta definitely we definitely got to be careful about the experience that we're getting from these. If we get too much XP, we're going to end up being over-leveled, which we obviously don't want to do. Wow, 2 crits in a row. Jesus. Chia, you're really showing your worth here. Nice. Alright. Now the good thing is, there is the Sprout Tower in Violet City that usually, you know, gives you a ton of experience if you're needing to level up for the gym. But the good thing is we don't actually have to do that. We can skip that and do the gym first as soon as we get to Violet. So the only thing we got to worry about level wise is the few trainers between Cherry Grove and Violet that we'll be getting to. And hopefully by the time we get to them, we'll hopefully have a few new team members and we can even out the experience quite a lot and not have to worry about getting too high level. Now there is one Pokemon that I would love to get early on here that would be fantastic, especially the fact that we got Chikorita as our team member, or as our starter. It would be actually one of the best Pokemon for us to get early on to really help with the first couple of gyms, and that's Geodude. There's 2 areas coming up. 2 different areas where we can potentially get a Geodude on the team. And I would really love to get one because Geodude is basically, I would say basically unbeatable against the first like 3 gym leaders. Now the thing is, Falconer does have Mud Slap, which is annoying. But even with Mud Slap, a Geodude would still be fantastic. So there's a potential Geodude we can get up there, which we'll come back to once we have Pokeballs, and then there's also one in a cave just outside Violet. Now the thing is, if I end up getting a Geodude on the route here, or just over there to my right that I just passed, I'll more than likely skip the cave next to Violet, because the only other Pokemon I could get in there is a Zubat. And even though I do like Crobat, and Crobat is a good Pokemon eventually, Zubat this early in the game is actually garbage and doesn't have that. I think the only moves it has is Leech Life and Supersonic, and you catch them on like level 3 or 4, and they don't get another move until level 13, which is Bite. which, even so, isn't a great move. It's special based, and it's not even stab. So, it's having tried to use the Zubat early on in this game is just so not worth it. It's just a lot of work and a lot of hassle. And there's a million caves later on where you can get a Zubat or a Golbat that's higher level that will be a lot easier to use. So, if we don't get a Geodude before that, I'll go in there and try and get one. If we have a Geodude before that, I'll probably skip it, because you can actually go into that cave later on from a different entrance and get something else from it, which I think would be a better use of it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Grab these berries real quick. Bum 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 bum. Alright. Plenty of berries to last us. We got a free antidote up here as well. Lovely. Try to think what my hope is for the team here in these first few routes. The first route, I think the potential Pokemon you can get on the first route is Pidgey, Rattata, and Hoppip, and I think Sentret as well. If I had to pick between all of those Pokemon, honestly, I would probably rather have the Rattata out of everything else. There's much like Pidgey's not great. I would honestly think Rattata gets stronger moves leveling up, and can learn more versatile moves as well through TMs. So I think out of all of the Pokemon that we can get on the first route, Rattata would be great. A Geodude on the route that we talked about would be great, and then on this route, I actually don't even know. I know in this route I think you can get Rattatas and Pidgeys as well, and then I think you can also get Caterpies and Weedles. You can also get Poliwags, but I think that's only night time. That would have been, I mean, that would have been great, getting a Poliwag. And then coming up, we got a route where we can get a Bellsprout. Now the good thing is, unlike Gold and Silver and Crystal, it is possible to actually get Evolution Stones a lot earlier. So having a Bellsprout isn't the worst thing in the world. We just have to hope that we eventually get a Leaf Stone before the game, you know. hopefully get lucky enough to get ourselves a Leaf Stone before the game gets a little bit too far and Weepinbell becomes like too weak to fight on its own. So having a Bellsprout wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but I'm still not sure if I would want one, especially since we already have Chia. Don't really need two grass types. But I guess we'll see what happens. Oh, in fact, you know what I just remembered? There's two... in fact, no. Okay, I was going to say there's two really good Pokemon we can actually get early on here, but that's actually not true. There's only one. The route that I was talking about before, that's over to the right of Cherry Grove here, where we would potentially get Geodude, there's actually a chance, a very small chance, that you can get a Fampe there, which is great. The unfortunate thing about it is Fampe doesn't show up unless it's morning time, so we're not going to be able to get that. But if I'm not mistaken, I think no matter what day of time, no matter what time of day it is, it might only be daytime. I'm not sure, but in the cave I was talking about, where there's Zubats next to Violet, you can actually have a small chance of getting Teddiursas there as well, which would be pretty awesome. Teddiursa would be a pretty good Pokemon to add to the team as well. So if we don't get a Geodude on the route over here, if I go into that cave and potentially get either a Geodude or a Teddiursa, that would be fantastic. Oh, a crit though. Sorry, we got a berry. Even if we get a little bit unlucky in this fight, we should still be able to win it. Okay, really? Is that like the payback for me getting 2 crits in a row earlier? I actually wonder about that. So like all three of the starters start with berries when you pick them, yet our rival doesn't have a berry on his starter. Which makes me wonder a little bit. Like, what the hell happened to it? I guess you could say, oh, he probably used it while battling wild Pokemon, but meh. Oof. I mean, look at that. Even without battling that many Pokemon between the start and where we are, we're still at level 7 already. Nearly level 8. We're already getting pretty close to the level limit, and we've still not even fought a single trainer that's between Cherry Grove and Violet. Yeah. I gotta try and avoid some battles and get some new Pokemon in the team and get them trained up. The bad thing is, if I don't get lucky enough to get a Pokemon that's on a decent level, like if I end up getting something that's only on level 2 rather than like 3 or 4 on the first couple of areas, I'm going to end up having to switch train them probably, which is kind of an issue because that means we're going to have to worry about Chikorita getting more XP. Although I guess, like I said, the first gym is flying type, so I guess if we end up having Chikorita get over leveled, we probably wouldn't be a big deal anyway, because I don't really plan on using it. Like not being able to use Chikorita in the gym wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So I don't know. All right, so we called my rival chat, as I always do. God, I forgot how much dialogue there is in the early game of this. Ridiculous. Did I give him? Wait, did I give him the egg? There, I wasn't even paying attention to the. Oh, I guess I did. Alright. Probably give my berry back to Chia. Alright, now we're finally getting our Pokeball. So now the Nuzlocke has officially begun. We can get our first couple of new members of the team, and our Pokemon can now also die. Hold on. Give me a second here, I gotta check something real quick. Sorry about that. Just had to check something there. Alright. Okay, so we've got 5 Pokeballs. Let's head out. Route 29. No. You know, as far as I'm aware, this is the only fucking Pokemon game where you can tell the guy that gives you the catching tutorial no. Why they didn't do this in every other goddamn Pokemon game is just beyond me. Alright. Let's get our first encounter. What do we got? Oh, it's only level 2 as well. Pidgey, why you gotta be like that? Alright. Well. Actually better than having a Hoppip or a Sentret. I think Sentret is actually weaker than Pidgey. And then Hoppip, I'm pretty sure it only has Splash. But I don't think that thing gets an attacking move for like quite a while, and that would have been a pain in the arse. Would have liked to get the Rattata, but Pidgey will do. Okay. Was not expecting you to take more than one Pokeball, Pidgey. And I don't want to waste all my Pokeballs on you, so if you could just get caught, that would be nice. Thank you. Okay, Pidgey added to the team. The tiny bird, it rapidly flaps its wings in the grass, stirring up a dust cloud that drives insect prey out into the open. Okay. Need a nickname for our male Pidgey. Hey, unit username, how's it going, man? There's 2 Nuzlockes on, which do I watch? Who else is doing a Nuzlocke right now? Yeah, man, I'm good, I'm good. Yeah, it's been well over a week since I think you've been able to be in one of my streams because I was ill. But I'm a lot better. I'm still not, I think I'm still not at 100%, but I'm a lot better than what I was. Change you. Okay, I don't think I want to call a Pidgey pedo. Sounds a bit, I don't know if you thought that name through there, buddy. Pururu, Paul. Oh, I actually have a nickname idea. I just thought of, hold on, I gotta look this up real quick because I don't remember his name. I know the name of this thing. As soon as I see it, I'm gonna be like, oh, of course. Off the top of my head right now, I can't. What the hell it's called? Oh, there we go. Hattori! Hattori! The, I don't actually think he's a pigeon. Is he a dove? Oh no, he is a pigeon. Okay, so that's like the perfect name. Hattori! We're gonna call you Hattori. Bam! Let me put his name on the overlay. There we go. Alright, we got Chia the Chikorita and Hattori the Pidgey. This is why you should never ask me for names, literally use those types of names whenever I play. Well, we're gonna have a lot of Pokemon to catch throughout the playthrough, so I'm sure at some point you will give us a good one. Alright. Well, we got Hattori the Pidgey. Not exactly, not the Pokemon I necessarily wanted, but it'll do. Now the good thing is actually, oh yeah, Hattori is the name of the pet pigeon that Rob Lucci has in One Piece. Rob Lucci is like one of the main antagonists of, probably the main antagonist of probably the best arc in One Piece, or at least one of the best arcs in One Piece, and he always has a pet pigeon that hangs out next to on his shoulder, and his name is Hattori. Okay, I'm just gonna keep running away. Wait till I get to a Pokemon Center and heal Hattori up before we fight anything else. But before that, we can come up here and try and get an encounter. Now, I think the Pokemon that we can get up here, I think we can get Rattatas, Geodudes, and Spearows. I would prefer not to get a Spearow since we have Hattori already. Geodude would be great. Rattata would not be the worst thing in the world, I guess. But Geodude is what we're aiming for. So, game, be kind to us and give us that Geodude. Plus, Geodude would actually really make training a lot easier. since we'd be able to just switch to it if anything's having trouble, since nothing really has any good moves this early on. Ah, we got the Spearow! Damn it. A level 2 again? We're only getting level 2s. Oh. We're gonna have a lot of burbs. Oh, I forgot you have Peck. Ooh, that was a little bit too close. Yeah, I don't know what Derek's doing. I think he's not been online on Discord for a while as well, so I think he's probably busy with something right now. Well, not exactly what I wanted. We only have one more chance to try and get a Geodude before Falkner. But, I mean, I guess the one nice thing is we do have 2 flying types, which means Falkner can't use his Mud Slap strategy really on us. Alright, now we have to think of a name for Spearow. These Pokemon. These are so huge. Where is... Felicia, Winnie, Farcra. Well, I don't have any better ideas. We'll go with Felicia. That's usually the way I do that. That's usually the way my nicknames will work. If I can't really think of anything, I'll usually just take whatever ideas anybody in chat has. Because I would prefer not to sit and try and think of a nickname for like ever. So. Trying to keep all these names. I'm trying to keep all the text on the names similar size, but it's kind of difficult to do on this. I could probably get a better setup for this, or set it for like putting my team on screen, but this is the way I'm doing it right now. Just note I always seem to give 3 names each time, completely coincidental but weird. Oh wow, we actually left that thing on 1 HP. Damn. You got lucky, Felicia. Okay, now the good thing is, we could potentially try and get the 2 of them leveled up by fighting Hoppips on this route. Because not only do the Hoppips give a lot of experience, but they can't really fight back. They pretty much just spam Splash. Which will potentially make this a lot easier to deal with. Okay, so I would quite like to get both of these. I would quite like to get Felicia and Hattori both up to like level 6. I'm going to try and train over here on Route 29 in the hopes that we run into some Hoppips. If not, I guess if not Hoppips, if we can at least run into things like Centrets that are also only on level 2, that would be good. If I get unlucky with the damage and stuff, I can always switch to Speedo to kind of finish things off. It looks like we're doing about equal damage here, and I'm faster, so unless we get unlucky and this thing gets a crit, we should be fine. Hey! Oof, wow, that's not a lot. Okay. Now the good thing is, I am actually playing this on an emulator, so to anytime we have to do any kind of training, especially if it's training like this that's going to take maybe a little while, let me quickly get some background music. I'll mute the game and we'll speed the game up to try and get some our levels up a little bit. You know, unless you guys want to sit here and watch me do slow ass training that takes forever, which I doubt you do. Okay. Yeah, otherwise this is going to take forever. I'm going to constantly be running back to the Pokemon Center and healing up. Oh, there's what we were looking for. Something that can't fight back and gives a ton of experience. This Pidgey seems to be a lot stronger than ours. Wow, okay. Never felt so epic while murdering Centrets. Yeah. Oh, there's a Rattata. I don't know why these Rattatas on this route were so rare. It's the first one we found in like the longest time. But I think that's maybe the first Rattata we've actually found. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to get both of them up to 6 before we move on. Oh, there we go. We got Razor Leaf there, which is nice. Could you stop getting crits on my fucking Spearow, please? Okay, why? How many goddamn crits is our poor Spearow gonna get hit by? Is that why these Centrets have been a little bit tougher to take down? Because they've got... some of them have just randomly got berries on them? Yeah, I know, right? In fact, you know what I just thought of? There's a... In fact, no, I can't go up... I was going to say I can go up there and train, but we've not actually had an encounter up there yet, so I don't really want to deal with that. I was going to say there's, like, Caterpies and stuff up there that would make training a lot easier for Speedo, because we can just probably one-shot everything with Peck. Probably like one more Pokemon. We'll get Speedo up to 6, and then we can move on. Was that enough? Yes. Okay, 6, 6, 8. Alright, now before we move on, let me buy some stuff. I'm going to buy 5 potions, and then I'm going to buy 9 Pokeballs. Do I have anything I can sell? No. Okay. Alright, now before we go back to the regular game, we're going to get an encounter on Route 30, and then we're going to train this thing up as well. And then we should be good for a little bit. Alright, let's see. What is our encounter for Route 30? There are a few Pokemon we can get here. Some of them are actually quite bad. So, hopefully we'll get lucky. Another Pidgey. Okay, well, that's Dupe's Claws. So we'll run away from that and hopefully look for something else. Well, because if I just cheat in rare candies, that's actually cheating. I feel like I should still grind, even if I use the speed up function to speed up the grinding, but I still should grind levels normally, because one, you can actually still have Pokemon dying in Nuzlocke when you're grinding levels, and I feel like if I'm just completely getting rid of that by using rare candies, that's just not fair. Plus, Caterpie's an encounter. That's not what I wanted, but we'll take it, I guess. Plus, using rare candies would not... We wouldn't get as good stats. If you use rare candies, you don't get effort values. Although I don't think they're called effort values in this early game. I don't know what they're called. I can't remember. But yeah, your stats don't raise as much if you just use rare candies. So our Pokemon would be a lot weaker throughout the game if we just use rare candies all the time to train them up. So, all right. So, Caterpie. This thing is gonna be a pain in the butt. Oh, okay. Never mind. Kinda figured it would survive that. Alright, well, rip. I mean, that's not the worst. That's not the worst loss in the world, but that still kinda sucks to lose out on an encounter like that. Alright. What was that? And then the game back on. Alright. Well, we'll just continue on, because we've got a few trainers to fight before we get to a new area where we get some new encounters. So we'll just continue on as we are for now. No, they're the same. Even back in Red and Blue, your Pokemon still got secret, or your Pokemon still got hidden stat raises from actually fighting Pokemon. Like even back in Red and Blue, if you take a Pokemon from level 5 and you raise it up to level 100 normally, its stats would be higher than if you raised it up to 100 with just rare candies. Because there's always been hidden value stats in every single Pokemon game to have your Pokemon get higher stats if the more they battle actual Pokemon by leveling up rather than just getting rare candies. Like, rare candies are good for getting a quick level up if you're trying to evolve something quicker, or get some quick get to a move quicker, or even just to get some quick higher stats slightly. But in the long run, using rare candies is not a great solution. So, Hey, Lewis, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? I look and feel like a person that would play Binding of Isaac. Well, you're right about that. I have played Binding of Isaac a lot. I think I have nearly, like... I think I... You know what? Let me check. How many hours I have in Isaac. Because it's a lot. It's like a ridiculous amount. I think I have more hours played in that game than any other game on my Steam account. I want to say 500 hours, but I think it's more than that, to be honest. Let's check here. Oh, yep, yeah, way more. Binding of Isaac Rebirth on my Steam account has over 643 hours total playtime. Yeah, Isaac. I think Isaac and Enter the Gungeon are both my most played games on my Steam account. I should play it again. You know, I probably should. When Rebirth first came out, I 100%ed it completely. I got every single achievement in the game, done everything you could possibly can, even done all the stuff with Lost, which was hell. And then when Afterbirth came out, I 100%ed that as well. But then after that, by the time Afterbirth Plus came out, I was so burned out on the game because I just played it so much that I just wasn't really into playing it at that time. Like I was kind of at the point where I was just not playing it anymore. So I never really actually finished everything in Afterbirth Plus. Anytime I've went back to anytime I've jumped on to play a run every now and then, there's always some like new items in it that I just have no idea what the hell they are. But I would quite like to play Isaac. Okay, I have played it on my stream every now and then. I've played it a few times, not a ton. But that's definitely a game I would like to play more of at some point in the future. Actually, I know there's apparently a pretty popular mod that came out for it. Can't remember what it's called though. It was like a huge mod pack. What was it called? I think it came out around the same time as Afterbirth Plus, I think. And I remember it was really popular. And I never got around to playing it, but I always wanted to. Oh, that was Gungeon that had that clown mask item that was just, yeah. A fucking clown mask item. Jesus. The only kind of annoying thing, actually, the kind of annoying thing about whenever I've tried to stream Isaac or Gungeon, that's really, I honestly don't understand why it happens for those games, because my PC can run them just fine and it should not have any issues streaming them, because I've streamed way higher intense games than those before, but for some reason anytime I stream Isaac, I always have a weird frame rate issue that I can't seem to fix, and I don't know how to fix it. And when I've tried to stream Enter the Gungeon in the past, the game just starts running really slow at certain points, where it just gets to be the point where it's unplayable. And I don't know why, both of those games just for some reason refuse to like run really well while I'm trying to stream them. And I have no idea why, because they're not that, like those games aren't that high, like they shouldn't be that hard to run. I've played games on my stream that are much like bigger than those that have run just fine on my PC, so I don't understand why it happens, but yeah, it's weird. It's very strange. Alright, so now... Do I want to... see, here's the thing. Do I want to... You know what? I'm going to say no. Because there's not really any point to... The only point, I think, to do that in the previous game, or in the normal game, is if you think you're going to wipe out at any point. And it would be like a good way of saving some of your money. Because you lose half your money in this game if you wipe out. But, obviously this is a Nuzlocke, and if we wipe out, well, it's game over. So... Might as well just keep all of our money on us at all times. Okay, so this is the new route that we're on. I think, yes. This is Route 31, so we can get a new encounter on this grass. Very likely it's going to be a Bellsprout. Or it can be another Pidgey, but we already have one. Yeah, right. The hardcoreness of the gameplay. Yep. Called it. So we got 2 flying types and we got 2 grass types. It's level 5 though, which is nice. That's pretty sweet. Also the fact that this thing starts with Vine Whip means that we can get this thing trained up quite easily if we go into the cave and just fight Geodudes over and over. Yeah, Bellsprout isn't bad. It's just the fact that we have two grass types now, and grass types are really difficult Pokemon to use in the early game. And plus, it does mean we're going to have to rely on hoping that Gina Picnicker will actually find a goddamn Leaf Stone for us at some point and not take forever. Because if she takes way too long trying to find a Leaf Stone, we're just going to be screwed with a Weeping Bell for the whole game, which isn't bad for the first half of the game. But once we start getting to up to where Claire, the battles against Claire and stuff, if we don't have a Leaf Stone by that point, Weeping Bell's going to be at a stage where it's just not going to be good at all. Alright, well I'm gonna call you what I always call you. You always gotta call the Bellsprout's Fleshlight. Yeah, I come to overlay real quick. Sorry, man, but there are some Pokemon that no matter what, we will always give the same nicknames to. There's a few Pokemon out there that it doesn't matter anybody says in chat for a nickname idea. They're just sometimes there's just certain ones that will always have the same names no matter what. And Fleshlight Bellsprout is one of them. Ooh, that's actually a bit. Yeah, okay, so the max character names are we will still fit in those boxes. I may have to make some a little bit smaller if depending on the letters that I'm using, but that should be fine. Why were you not aware of this, Richard? Well, you've not been around as long, man. You've not been around in my streams as long as some other people, so there's been quite a lot of Nuzlockes that you've missed, so there's quite a few things like that. You know, Bellsprouts always get called Fleshlight, the Mareep family always gets called Derek, Tyranitar always gets called Barbara. There's just some Pokemon that always get the same nicknames throughout my playthroughs, just because they've become kind of a staple of that Pokemon for us, so. Alright, now, here's the thing. You know what? You know what? We're going to finish this route first, and then we'll go and get our encounter in that cave. Okay, so here's the thing. So even though this is since we're doing a vanilla Nuzlocke, I am going to play. I'm gonna be more. I'm gonna play more like if I have a certain Pokemon that I just don't want to use because it's just gonna be too much of a pain in the arse to use on the team. I'm just gonna throw it in the PC until we can, you know, get to a better situation to use it. Zubat is gonna be one of those. Here's the thing. I do love Zubat. I love Crobat. Crobat is awesome. But Zubat, this early in this game, is actually one of the hardest Pokemon to use. It's so weak, and it has, like, no good moves. The only attacking move it has until level 13 is Leech Life, which is ridiculously weak, and basically makes it unusable. So, if we get a Zubat, I'll catch it, but I'm going to throw it in the PC, and we'll maybe throw it on the team later. But for now, I'm not going to use it because it's just going to be too hard to use with that bad moves. I'm hoping that we either get the Teddiursa or the Geodude in there. Especially the Geodude, we actually really need a rock type in the team to kind of deal with the actually, yeah, Geodude would kind of deal with all of the weaknesses that we have right now. Or at least deal with a few weaknesses that we have in the team right now. Yeah, Leech Life did not get buffed until Gen 7, so... In this game, Leech Life has only got 20 power. And it's not even stab on Zubat, so... It basically does like no damage, and then the only other move it has is Supersonic, which is nice to have a confusion move, but one that's only 55% accurate, not great. Yes, don't worry about that. I did use the randomizer to change impossible evolutions. So any Pokemon that usually evolves through trading will evolve in a different method. So even if we get a Graveler or a Golbat, or not a Golbat, even if we get like a Graveler or a Kadabra or something, we should be able to evolve it just fine without having to do any trade stuff. Yeah, I didn't want to. I wanted to make sure that was on. I didn't want to be in a situation where we would have like a bunch of really good Pokemon in the game basically unavailable to us just because we couldn't trade. So the one thing I had to use the randomizer for was changing the evolutions for traded Pokemon. Alright, let's go see what our encounter is in the cave. If it's a Geodude, awesome. If it's a Zubat, rip. Even if it's a Teddiursa, that would be great as well. Teddiursa's pretty decent early on, I think. Ah, it's the Zubat. Damn it. Alright, well, like I said, I'll try and catch it. And hell, even if we mess up catching this Zubat, there's like a million more caves in the game where we can get Zubats and Golbats later on. So we're not necessarily going to be losing out on this thing if okay. If we just one-shot it. I don't know why I thought that wasn't going to one-shot, to be honest. I probably should have switched in Chia and Razor Leafed it. Well. So much for that. That's fine. Like I said, there's plenty of other caves later on where there's Zubats and Golbats to catch, so... If we somehow go through the whole game without having a Zubat or Golbat caught, I'll be fucking shocked, to be quite honest. Now the good thing is, though, even though we missed out on that... I thought there was a hidden item here. I guess not. Even though we missed out on that, there is actually, in Crystal specifically, there is a little patch of grass over here where we can get something amazing. Now, the issue is actually catching this thing. Let me think. Who would actually be best for this? $14, $13. X 35. Tackles. Okay, so Tackle's going to be doing a little bit more damage. Okay. Now, we can get a potentially really good Pokemon in here. The issue is, not only is it kind of hard to catch with only Pokeballs, but it has fucking Roar that it loves to use. So I'm hoping we can get it, but if not, that's a shame. I actually think that it's the only Pokemon in this grass that we don't already have in the team as well. So we can, I think, potentially just look for it until we find it because of Dupe's Claws. But then it's just a case of hoping that it doesn't spam Roar and that we get kind of lucky with our Pokeballs. Another Pidgey. God damn it. Nothing but Pidgeys. There he is. It's a Growlithe. Okay, if we can get Growlithe, that would be fantastic. It's level 5. Okay, we should be able to hit it with a couple of tackles. Please don't roar. And if you do roar, please like miss or something. No! No! Growlithe, why? God damn it. No, I wanted a Growlithe. Fuck. Oh, that sucks so much. I didn't think it was just going to use it immediately. God damn it. That's so lame. Rip. Rip the dream. Alright, well, I guess the only other thing left to do is to do the gym. No, I think I'm not going to bother training Fleshlight now. Simply because, I mean, I guess I should actually. The thing is, there's no really any... I mean, the thing is, the only move this thing's going to have is Vine Whip. Even if I train it up to level 8. But I guess it still would be usable against the Pidgeys. I could maybe try and use Chia and Fleshlight against Falconer's Pidgey. And then try and keep Felicia and Hattori for the Pidgeotto. God, that's gonna be such a tough. It's gonna be such a tough fight. We may potentially lose some Pokemon here. Right. Let me try and get both of these up to level 8, and then we'll jump into the gym. Yeah, there's a. There is a trade there where you can trade a Bellsprout for an Onix, but I don't want to do any in-game trades for our Nuzlocke. I'm just gonna keep it to whatever we can catch. Especially since with the in-game trades we can't really nickname the Pokemon, it doesn't really feel like it's our team member. So. Oh, now we get the Geodude. Actually, that is what I was looking for, so that I can just Vine Whip it and get easy experience. I like how now that we don't actually have an encounter in here anymore, all of a sudden we get 2 Geodudes in a row. Well, that was the easiest training ever. gonna get Felicia up a little bit here, and then we can go and do the gym. Who the way, old man? Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use Felicia and Hattori for the first two trainers, and maybe get them both up to 9, so that they're on the same level as the Pidgeotto. And then when we get to Falconer, I'm going to try and use Chia and Fleshlight to knock out his Pidgey. And then I'm going to try and have Felicia and Hattori take care of the Pidgeotto. And I think we have a couple of berries, but I'm going to keep those and throw them on Hattori and Felicia when we actually are going to do the gym leader. Hopefully with that little plan, we will be able to get through this without anybody dying. But that Pidgeotto is going to be pretty tough. So we'll just have to see what happens. Wow, that done a lot of damage. Okay, that's gonna actually knock me out from there. Jesus! God damn. I mean, the fact that we had that much trouble with just a Spearow kinda worries me. I am hoping, though, that if I use Chia for his Pidgey, that I'm hoping that when his Pidgeotto comes out, that it'll go for the, in fact, no, it's not going to go for that. I was going to say, I would hope that it would go for the Mud Slap so that we can basically get a free switch to one of our birds, but it's more than likely just going to go for the super effective Gust. Which is unfortunate. Okay, so I think we might just barely be getting Felicia up to level 9 with these Pidgeys. I don't like that that did 6 damage, leaving us on 7. I don't want to risk that. How did I pick my starter? I used my trainer ID in the game to decide. So basically, I used the last number of my trainer ID to basically pick which starter I had to use. So like, I basically set each starter to a number, to like a set of numbers, and if it was in that number, then that's the starter we would use. So like I had 7, 8, or 9 would be Chikorita, and our ID, the last number in our ID was 8, so we had Chikorita. Alright, let's go heal up. I'll throw my 2 berries on those 2, and then we'll switch Chia out in front hopefully Chia will be able to deal with the Pidgey on its own. I imagine the thing's going to be a little shit though and spam Mud Slap and just be kind of annoying. And I think it has Gust as well, so we'll just have to see what happens. Actually, Razor Leaf might actually be stronger than Tackle, to be honest. Special attack is slightly higher. Razor Leaf 55 damage plus Stab would put it up to 80? Like just over 80 damage? And then half that. Yeah, even with being not very effective, Razor Leaf will actually do more damage than Tackle here. Plus Razor Leaf has the high critical hit chance, so we will be better off using Razor Leaf over Tackle here. I guess I can just try and hope for the them crits, and also hope that this thing doesn't spam Mud Slap too much. Okay, let's do this, Falconer. If we literally just got either Totodile or Cyndaquil as a starter, or managed to get a Geodude, rather than getting the Spearow and the Zubat, this fight would basically be like no trouble at all. But we're in the rare situation where this fight can actually potentially be pretty difficult. Luckily, Pidgey's only on level 7 as well. Alright, let's do this. There's a leaf! Oh, okay, with a crit. Still not even a 2. Still not even a 2-hit knockout, even with a crit though. Alright, Unique username, see you later, man. Thanks for stopping by the stream. I'm going for Tackle here. Okay, I'm pretty sure this thing should have Gust by now. I don't know why it's not using it. Wow, we got 2 crits in a row! Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna go for the... In fact, no, I think they're both the same accuracy now that I think about it. Wow! Okay, I don't know why he only used Tackle and didn't go for the Mud Slap or the super effective Gust, but I will take that. 3 crits now. Holy shit. Oof. Oof. That is a fantastic start to this fight for us. Alright. Here's the thing. Actually, what I'm wondering, I may be better off switching in Felicia here. I don't know if I'm better off trying to do damage with Felicia, or if I'm better off just spamming Leer on this thing, so that Thingy can come in and just... Or maybe I'm better off spamming Growl as well. At this thing we have a couple of Growls and Leers, because we're going to have our Berry, as well as a few potions that we can use. And once we have this thing hopefully once we have this thing's stats a little bit lower, then hopefully Pidgey would be able to just kind of deal with it. I don't know if I'd be better off doing that or if I'd be better off just... You know what, I'm going to go for the Growl. I'm going to hit it with 2 Growls. I'm going to try and get 2 Growls and 2 Leers off on it. We should survive this. Oh wow, that's doing a lot less. It was doing 10 before, and now it's only doing like 5. Right, hit it with a couple of Leers. Oh, the crit! Oh, really? Oh no! Alicia! Oh, the crit! Breaking through those attack drops. God damn it! Oh, that's so unfortunate. Oh, god damn it. Well, rip Felicia. That did not take long. That is so unlucky. Alright. Well, it's just going to be a battle of gusts. Luckily though, with the stat drops that he has, as well as the fact that I have a berry and a few potions that I can use, I think we should be able to win this. Okay, one more gust. Come on, one more gust. Should do it. There we go. God. I can't believe that. We were so close to being able to get... We would have been able to get through this without anybody dying, but that goddamn crit. Literally, the only reason we lost the Pokemon was due to a crit. That is just typical... That is just typical of a Nuzlocke. For that to happen. God damn it. Well... We did get Mud Slap. Which I think I will... give it to Hattori. Just because Hattori needs kind of better moves. And Mud Slap isn't a fantastic TM anyway, so I don't really feel like I'm losing out on a move if Felicia or if Hattori dies here quite soon. God, I still can't believe Felicia died to that. That is so lame. God damn it. Well, we still got the Sprout Tower to do. Which, actually, kind of unfortunately, in fact, no, we gotta put Felicia in the grave. Usually make it box 14. Well, Felicia, you did well. You did your job for that gym, and you basically made it winnable for us with those stat drops, but just that unfortunate crit on you. God damn it. Alright. Let's heal up. Get the egg off you. Now. Try to think what I want to do here. Do I want to go to the Bellsprout Tower? Or do I want to come down here? Because if I come down here... Oh, in fact, you know what else I should do? Because I think this is only in Crystal. Come over here and buy an escape rope. And you might think, wow, why would you buy an escape rope? That's like a lot of money for right now. But buy an escape rope and come over here to the ruins of Alf. And then up here, and look at this, and that says escape. Then you just use your escape rope. And bada boom! Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say I forgot that that's how it worked there. Okay, so that opens this, and then you get these four items. Yeah, an energy powder, which we can sell. A heal powder, which we can sell. A berry, which is always handy for this early on, and a poison cure berry. And the good thing about these is, you can pretty much sell both of the energy items you got, and I think you actually get more money from selling those than what the escape rope cost. So you basically got yourself a couple of berries, and a little bit extra cash as well, if I'm not mistaken. That sells for 225, and that sells for 250. Oh, actually we lost... Alright, well we lost a little bit of money there. We lost like, what, 10? Like 20 bucks? To get a berry, and a poison cure berry. I guess that's not the worst thing in the world. Oh well. Alright, now. Well, actually, yeah, you know what? Before we go into the Bellsprout Tower, come down here, talk to this guy. He will give us a Miracle Seed, which is great since we have 2 grass types. I'm going to actually give this to... But who's got lower stats out of Fleshlight and Cheer? Ooh. The Fleshlight's got a slightly higher special attack, but Vine Whip is a lot weaker than Razor Leaf. Vine Whip's only 40 power, I think, whereas Razor Leaf is 55. Plus Razor Leaf has that chance of crit. I think I'll give the Paralyte, I think I'll give that Miracle Seed to Fleshlight here. Alright, and then we can get ourselves a new encounter here as well. That's not really what I was looking for. I think Hoppip. I will catch you, but I don't think I'm going to use you. I think I might throw you in the PC for now. Because I really can't be dealing with 3 grass types in the team. Especially since we're kind of coming up to a bug type gym. Plus, pretty sure you only have Splash and Synthesis right now, so it's kinda useless. Okay, well, we'll catch him. Or, right, I guess we'll just go to the Bellsprout Tower now then. I think we can get another encounter in there. What do I want to call you? Oh, I know. This name kind of only fits when it's a jump fluff, but we're gonna call him Floof. Alright. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. I was hoping for something else that we could actually use right now. But I guess for now I'll just change the box back to 1. Okay. Floof, you're just going to go on the PC right now. Maybe use you later if we need another grass type at some point. But yeah. Right. Well, I think the only encounter we can actually get in Bellsprout Tower right now is Rattata. You can sometimes get Ghastlies in here, but that's only at night time. And we're still like a good 40 minutes away from that, so more than likely, actually not very often that wild Pokemon even show up in here. So we actually could potentially go through this whole place and not even run into a wild Pokemon of any kind. But if we do, it will probably be a Rattata, which we can catch. And honestly, I'll probably use it. Rattata's not horrible. And it would be nice to have something that's not grass or flying type. The other good thing about this place though is it's basically, especially for us having a grass and flying type Pokemon, this is basically a real easy place to get some experience before we head out to the next area. Hold on. Check something real quick. Earlier on when I was getting the stream set up, I usually always put out... Oh, no, okay, it did finally do that. Okay, good. Yeah, earlier on, usually whenever I'm about to stream, I'll usually tweet and also put up a video on my YouTube saying, you know, hey, I'm about to start streaming. But for fucking some reason earlier, YouTube was just refusing to like process the video properly, and I basically just had to put it in a situation where it was just like, you know, go public once it's like finished processing, and it was taking bloody forever. But it looks like it finally did publish, so that's good. Oh, flashlight. Here's the issue though, flashlight. You only have Vine Whip. You're not going to be doing great in here either against your brethren. We are 5 levels higher, so I guess we could just, you know, do the whole... We could just, you know, spam Vine Whip and we'll eventually win, just because we're higher leveled. I guess I might be able to see how much it does. We do only have 10 PP as well, so it's not like... Yeah, I don't really have a lot of Vine Whips to spare. Let me just see. I mean, yeah, that gave us a lot, but it also kind of cost me 6 PP of my move that only has 10. Knock one of them out, so I guess we're just going to have to kind of switch train these guys now. Looks like Bellsprout's going to be getting a lot of training on the next route. Catch up with everybody else at this pace. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Rata. That's what I figured. Alright. Actually, oh god, do I have any way of hitting you without knocking you out? I guess Mud Slap's probably the weakest attack I have. I don't think that'll knock him out, it's only 20 power. Ooh. Okay. Let me try a Pokeball. If we can't get it there, I'll try another Mud Slap, but one more Mud Slap might actually knock it out from there. Hey, there we go. This Pokemon's impressive vitality allows it to live anywhere. It also multiplies very quickly. Yeah. Alright. Lil Rat, what do we want to call you? What do we want to call you? Oh, hold on. What was his name again? What was the name of that, what was the name of the god of... Oh my god. One of the gods of destruction from Super looks like a mouse. I can't remember his name. He was a wee bastard. I think he would maybe potentially be a good maybe be a good nickname for it. Okay, there he is. Quatella. No, not Beerus. Beerus looks like a cat. The one of the other gods of destruction for Universe 4. Universe 4's god of destruction, Quatella, looks like a little mouse. So that's what we're gonna call you. You're gonna be our little god of destruction, Rata. Also, hello Talnov, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. What? Bam. Alright. There we go. Alright. I guess if we're gonna switch train anybody in here, Quatella's probably gonna be the one to do that with. We can have an easy way to get him caught up in levels in here. I'm trying to think here. What do I want to catch that's coming up? The next encounter we should be getting will be in the what do you call it? I don't know why. You know what? If this kills me, thank God for that. I was so busy trying to think of the name of that goddamn cave, I didn't even, for some reason, did not switch there. Like a fucking idiot. If he died there because of that, that would literally would have been the dumbest shit. Just because I was not paying attention. The cave that's coming up, that goes between, that takes us to Azalea Town. That's going to be our next encounter area. There's a few good Pokemon we can get in there. There's Geodudes, there's Onixes, and there's Sandshrews. All fantastic choices. All fantastic Pokemon to add to the current team. So I would not mind getting any of those. I mean, if I had to pick between the three of those, I think I would definitely prefer to get Sandshrew or Geodude, simply because even though Onix would be great early on, in the long run we will very quickly get to a point where Onix is going to be too weak, especially since we don't really have any means. Well, we have a means of evolving him in this game, but we don't get a metal coat for quite a long time. So we would be waiting a long time to evolve it, and Onix is not going to do that well once we get to the late game. So I would much prefer to get the Sandshrew or the Geodude in there. I guess that would also give us going to give us a second chance to potentially get a Zubat for the team. But again, I think we're still too kind of low level to use Zubat right now. Actually, you know what else is an option? In fact, no. I was about to say what another option we have. You do get the Old Rod right before that cave, and I think if you fish in that cave, I'm pretty sure you can get Tentacles. I think Tentacool has really bad moves this early in the game, so that might not be the best thing to go for. I mean, if we want to get a Tentacool, I guess we'd be better just waiting until we find them in the ocean routes later, where they'll, you know, be much higher leveled and be able to actually do well. Because Tentacruel is a pretty solid Pokemon in this game. It's not bad. Ch-ch-ch-chia. God. Try to think here. When does I'm trying to remember when Bellsprout learns moves. Hold on. I'm gonna actually look this up right now. I want to know what Bellsprout's learn set is in this gen. Because I'm pretty sure there's a good chance it might not have any good attacks for the gym coming up. If Vine Whip is going to be its only attack. Yep, that's what I thought. It doesn't get another attacking move until level 23, and that's when it gets Acid. It doesn't even get another Grass move until 37? Are you kidding me? We're going to be stuck with Vine Whip on this thing until 37? Jesus. Really? That's ridiculous. The only other moves it gets between now and 23 when it gets Acid is Wrap, Sleep Powder, Poison Powder and Stun Spore. I mean, Sleep Powder's great. Sleep Powder and Poison Powder and Stun Spore are all pretty useful. And Wrap's garbage, but Weeping Bell get better? Weeping Bell learn moves earlier? Like, does it learn anything better once it evolves, or is it the same? Oh no, it learns moves even later. As that. Oh, wow. The Weeping Bell's not going to be fantastic. We're definitely going to be waiting a while before Weeping Bell's going to be in a situation where it has a really good moveset. It could be an issue. We might get to a point where we might very quickly get to a point where we might have to throw Bellsprout or Weeping Bell into the PC until we get a Leaf Stone for it and just get some like better TMs and stuff as well. Oh hey Boca. Should have called it Diva. Oh god. A fucking Diva avatar in VR chat. Jesus Christ. Actually, Boca, I don't know if you, yeah, you wouldn't have seen it. I actually found a bunch of more Pokémon avatars in VR chat. I found an area where there was a Snivy, a Totodile, a Teddiursa. I think there was something else as well, and then I found another area where there was a Mr. Mime avatar, there was a Machoke, and there was a few others as well. Like I found quite a few more Pokemon avatars in that game that people had made and uploaded. Which is pretty nice. Oh yeah, I saw somebody with a Gengar avatar as well, and it was pretty big. Yeah, I think I saw that as well. It was ridiculous. I think we're going to be struggling pretty early on here in this Nuzlocke, guys. We have not had the best luck when it comes to getting certain Pokemon in the team. We missed out on a Growlithe. We missed out on Geodude. We missed out on the two stronger starter Pokemon. Oh my god. I was actually ready to snap if I fucking missed Razor Leaf. If I died because I missed Razor Leaf there, that 5% chance to miss Razor Leaf, I swear I would have not been happy if I just died there. That's fucking ridiculous. Oh. Jesus Christ. I mean, here's the thing though. if somebody's able to get access to most of the 3D models that the guy who made Pixelmon used, they would probably be able to. They'd have like a lot of decent 3D models for Pokemon to put in VR chat. It's just the case of actually, you know, putting them in and stuff. And I know not every single Pokemon in Pixelmon had a good model. There were some in that game that had really bad stuff. Really bad models going on, but a lot of them had really good ones. And the Gengar model that I saw looked a lot like the one from Pixelmon. I'm trying to think where else there would be a resource to find good 3D models of Pokemon. I don't actually know where they would be getting them from. Oh, that crit though. Oh, really? How are you living on 1 HP though? Boo-boo. Alright. Let's try to think what Pokemon are going to be coming up that we're going to be able to catch to add to the team that might actually be good. Because we could potentially be in a situation where we're going to get nothing but bad Pokemon. Like if I were to encounter for the cave coming up as Zubat, rather than one of the few rock or ground types that we can get in there that would actually be good, that would be bad. And then we've got the Slowpoke well, which I think only has Zubats and Slowpokes. And even though I do like Slowpoke and Slowbro is fucking amazing in this game, Slowpoke early on is not great and it takes so long to evolve. Definitely one of those Pokemon that would be better to use way later in the game when we can, you know, easily... where we have a much easier situation grinding it up to just get it evolved. And when we'd have like way better like moves for it. And then we've got the Ilex Forest, which pretty much exclusively has pretty much all bad Pokemon. I think the only decent Pokemon you can get in Ilex Forest is Oddish. But again, we already have 2 grass Pokemon on the team. We really don't need a third. So I honestly don't know what we're gonna do about that. Hey, Odd Megama? Odd Megaman? Oh, Odd Mega Man. Jesus Christ, I'm fucking... Odd Mega Man. Here, Jesus. Hello, welcome to the stream. Never mind that I just totally butchered your username like 3 times there before I realised what it actually was. And PBB, I think I have a solid team. I mean, I have a Poke to go against every Pokemon. The only problem is levels. That's pretty much usually one of the main issues. Okay. How are we looking on stuff? I've got 3 potions. We're okay in Pokeballs. Jealous X accuracy, don't really need that. I don't really use X moves or X items. And I'm gonna buy some potions. Get us up to even 10 potions. I'm gonna buy 3 Pokeballs. No, I'm playing on an emulator. I don't have a 3DS capture card, so this is the only way that I'm able to stream this, which is unfortunate because it does mean I'm not going to be able to do the Celebi event on this unless I like cheat in the GS ball. So that's kind of unfortunate. That would have been cool because it means anybody doing the Nuzlocke on this right now using the actual 3DS game, they're going to have access to the Celebi event way later on after the Elite Four, and they're going to be able to use a goddamn Celebi in their team, which I'm a little bit jealous of. But yeah, I don't have a 3DS capture card unfortunately, so I'm kind of stuck with this, just playing the classic game. Actually, you know what? I probably should actually do a little bit of grinding and maybe try and get Quitella and Fleshlight both up to like level 10 at least before we come down here. Otherwise, these trainers could be a little bit troublesome for these two. Yeah, that might be a good shout. Alright, let me get let's do a little bit of grinding real quick, and then we'll move on. Don't worry, the one good thing about me using an emulator is I can play the games on speed. Makes training a lot easier. The one advantage I have over people playing on the 3DS is that I can do this. Which means you guys aren't going to have to sit and watch me train forever. Grinding is not going to take a super long time. They're actually really easy to set up, Boca. Well, it depends. I mean, it depends what emulator you're using. Some emulators are really easy to use, but there are a few out there that are a little more of a pain. But as for Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color games, they're like probably one of the easiest things out there to emulate. Actually, hold on. Is Quick Attack stronger in this? It is. I don't know why the hell I'm using Tackle then. Yeah, I mean, I would say if you're ever interested in doing it, there's like a million YouTube tutorials out there that would probably show you how to do it properly. I mean, that is the one bad thing you gotta watch out for if you're going to be playing emulators, is if you're on the wrong kind of website and stuff, you could end up downloading stuff that you don't want on your computer. There's a lot of arseholes out there that will put malware and stuff on ROM files that they upload, so you do have to be kind of careful with that. And it's something you gotta watch out for, but that's a risk you take. Come on, give me nothing but Geodudes so that I can get them leveled up fast. There we go. God. Flashlight is going to be so annoying to think. The fact that we're going to have to wait until level 23, possibly 24, to get Acid And we're only going to have Wrap and Vine Whip. God. This Bellsprout's going to be so difficult to keep leveled up with the rest of the team. We're just going to constantly be running out of PP for Vine Whip and just not being able to do anything. Alright, well, that was the training done that fast. Only took like a few minutes for us to get everybody up. Quite a few levels there. No, this is just a plain vanilla Nuzlocke, something we have never actually done on my stream before. We've never done just a plain Nuzlocke, and I figured, why not do it for Crystal coming out, since this is my favourite Pokemon game. Oh, so for any of you wondering who maybe weren't here before, we did already get our encounter for this route, and it was a Hoppip, which I threw in the PC because, well, we already have 2 grass types, plus Hoppip only has Splash and Synthesis, so didn't really think it would be worthwhile to throw on the team right now. Yeah, Hoppip with that amazing moveset of Splash and Synthesis. Can he beat it? Can he beat it? Youngster Albert. Oh, do you know what I just thought of actually for the Ilex Forest? Hold on. Although this will only work if we're able to get our hands on repels before the Ilex Forest, which I think we can. But if I use repels when we go into the Ilex Forest, I can avoid running into things like Paris and Caterpie. And once we get a Headbutt, I could use that to try and get our encounter in there instead, which might give us some better Pokemon. Ooh, and Crystal. Oh, Headbutt and Trees and Crystal. In the Ilex Forest will either give us a Butterfree, a Beedrill, a Hoot, a Noctowl, or a Pineco. The unfortunate thing is, Hoot's a 50% chance, and Pineco's a 30% chance. So, ooh. Anything else? Oh, you can actually. Oh, yeah. Actually, those are the Pokemon that are low chance of battle. Although those are moderate chance. The low chance Pokemon are Caterpie, Metapod, Weedle, and Kakuna, and Hoot as well. But I mean, I guess who else do you get in here normally? Caterpie, Metapod, Weedle, Kakuna, Pidgey, Oddish, Paris, Venonat, Psyduck, and Hoot. I mean, if I use the Old Rod, I could maybe get a Poliwag in there as well. But more than likely going to get a Magikarp. I don't know what I want to do in there then. I could either risk trying to get a Noctowl or a Butterfree or a Beedrill. Something that's already fully evolved. But we could also end up risking just getting like a Weedle or a Pineco. Especially Pineco. Pineco is not going to be great if we get one of those. But if I don't do that, and just get an encounter normally, there's a good chance we could still get Oddish and Weedle and also get Paris. The only really good thing we can get by walking around is Oddish, which again, another Pokemon we can't use because we already have enough grass types. And then other than that, the only other good thing in there is a Psyduck, which isn't even that great. Very possible that our encounter in Ilex Forest is going to be another Pokemon that we just are not going to be able to really use. Well, I think the only decent encounter we're going to possibly get coming up is whatever we find in the cave that we're about to go into. And that is only if we get Geodude or Sandshrew. If we get Onix, that's not horrible, but also not amazing. And if we get a Zubat, that's pretty bad. Another Hoppip. You know what, I'm actually going to fight this Hoppip. Because it can't really do much to me, and it actually does get, you do get decent experience from it, so might as well. I don't even know what to say to that, Boca. If I get a Magikarp, you have to name it Reinhardt. God. I mean, I would prefer not to bother with a Magikarp because if I'm gonna use a Gyarados in this playthrough, I might as well wait until I get the fucking shiny one on level 30 later on. I mean, I'm pretty much better off just waiting until I get to that if I'm going to use one. Might as well try and keep all of the water areas available for me to catch other stuff that's a lot better later on once I have like the good rod and stuff. Once I have access to Surf and the good rod, I will use all of the routes with water in them to hopefully get stuff that's a little bit better than a Magikarp. God, that's doing like nothing. My hopes are, we go into the cave, we get a Sandshrew, and then we go to the Slowpoke well, we get a Slowpoke, we go into the Ilex Forest, we get an Oddish, which I'll put in the PC, and then once we get to Goldenrod, that's when we're going to have access to a whole plethora of decent Pokemon. That's when we're going to have access to the Pokemon that are in the game corner, as well as potentially getting ourselves an Abra, Nidorans, Drowsies. That's when we'll get to the point where we're going to have a pretty good selection of Pokemon to throw on the team. Right now we just kind of have to try and get through this early area where we're not going to have anything too strong. I'm still a little bit worried about the fight against Bugsy as well. We basically have nothing except Hattori's pretty much the only thing we have to deal with that Scyther. And unfortunately the level limit for the next gym is 16 and Hattori doesn't evolve until 18. So we're going to have to somehow try and beat a Scyther with a Pidgey. Ryan Carp. Oh. Ow. Okay, I just literally stood up. I literally just stood up there to like fix myself because I was kind of sitting in an uncomfortable position there. And literally as I sat back down, I smacked my controller against my fucking knee. That kinda hurt. Fisher Henry. You wanna see some Magikarps? Pretty much. Like, I was kind of, the way I was sitting was a bit uncomfortable, so I just kind of stood up to kind of rearrange myself, and when I sat back down, I kind of, the way I sat back down, my controller kind of hit against my knee, and it was pretty painful. Actually, do you know what would be the absolute greatest thing in the world? If once we get headbutt, if we go back to Azalea, and I headbutt a tree, and we get a Heracross, that would be the greatest fucking thing in the world. Not gonna happen, because the chances of getting a Heracross and a headbutt tree in Azalea Town are ridiculously low, but it would be pretty amazing. Really the best thing to have, and it would literally be the strongest Pokemon in our team for like the longest time. Headbutt across. Hey Mars, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, man. How you doing? I'm trying to actually remember what Pokemon are available in the game corner in this. Yo, Mars, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Ooh, drop that little follow into my tip jar. Why is Splash a move? Because Game Freak are trolls. I mean, I guess it makes sense when they were making the first Pokemon series, and they thought, you know, I mean, for all they knew, that was the only Pokemon game that was going to exist. So for them, they were like, oh, let's make this kind of joke Pokemon called Magikarp, and it only has Splash, and it's really weak, and everybody's going to think it's useless. But if anybody actually, you know, gives it the chance to train it up, it turns into like this ridiculously powerful Pokemon. It's kind of, I mean, that's the thing, when you try and think of the mindset that they must have been in when they were making the first Pokemon games, like a lot of the decisions they made, you kind of look at it and you're like, well, yeah, they probably thought this was going to be the only game of this series. Like, I doubt they thought to themselves, yeah, this is going to go on for another like 20 plus years and be one of the highest selling video game franchises in the entire world. Splash's best move. Hey, Emerald Sketch, how's it going? As well, welcome to the stream. I mean, to be fair, Z-Splash is actually a pretty good move. To be fair. Yo, X44X as well. Wow. We're getting quite a few new peeps in here. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Come on, Chia. Break, 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 break. Oh. Hey, man? Hattori. Maybe you can deal with this. Gonna good. I'm shiny hunting a Grubbin, and I'm on 956 encounters. But I didn't get it yet. Instead, I got a shiny Spinarak and a shiny Baniri, which I really like. Wow. I'm going for that shiny bug bus. Nice, man. Saw Aprez was hosting you, so I came. Sadly, I'm having some troubles with my username. Oh, dude. Now, shout out to Aprez for being a bro and hosting me. He's a good guy, Aprez. He's a good guy. Before I... Ooh, God. Dodge. Before I fight any of those other trainers, let me go into the Pokemon Center real quick. You want this? Yeah! I thought kids these days were loaded. What kind of world does this guy live in where kids have got $1 million? I want to live in his world. Normal name is Cheeseboy1112? Huh. Alright. I don't know why you're having... what the issues you're having there, but that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's true. Alright. Yo, give me that old rod that I'm actually probably not going to use, like, at all. But we may as well grab it. Question is great! Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Alright, let me think. Okay, we've still got a couple of trainers up here that we can fight before we head into the Union Cave. Union! That's what that cave is called. For the past, like, 20 minutes I've kept referring to that cave and I couldn't remember what the bloody name of it was. I just remembered there. Union Cave. Fucking Jesus. It finally came to me. God damn. Whipper! It's my favourite! Well, it's the pre-evolution. They're my favourite Pokemon. Oh, why could I have not found you on this route as my encounter? You wee cutie. Ah, don't worry. We've got a few more chances later on to possibly get Quagsire on our team. There's a few other areas we can catch him on, but right now, unfortunately, we're gonna have to deal with not having him. I'm messing around with someone, so I changed my name to this, and now I can't change it back for 60 days. Ah, I didn't even know you. I did not even know you could do that on Twitch. I guess I've just never even looked into wanting to change my name for any reason. So, oh damn, dude, that's unfortunate. Get some great balls here, which is pretty nice. Oh, is it new? Okay, that makes sense. Excuse me. I think there's still one more trainer I haven't fought. Did I fight you? I don't think I did. Oh, I did. Oh, alright. Guess we fought everybody here. Alright, let's head on to the Union Cave then. And hope, for the love of God, game, please. In fact, no, we still have to fight. We'll have to fight this guy. If we do not get a Sandshrew or a Geodude in this cave, I'm going to be so upset. I'm going to use your alt cheese, get a 1112. How many cheese usernames do you got? Is that the only shiny you've ever found, Boca? That is unfortunate. Well, you know what? The first shiny I ever found, the first legit normal shiny I ever found in my life playing Pokemon games was in Crystal. Years ago. Like, probably like more than 10 or 15 years ago. I found my first shiny in this game and it was a Spinarak. And we have yet to find a single shiny in all the Nuzlocks I've done on my streams. So if I can find a shiny on this Nuzlocke, that would be amazing. It would be like the perfect game to find one on. Someone named Cheeseman1112 is following you? What the hell? Just a regular Nuzlocke, man. We are just doing a regular old Nuzlocke for this game. Bam. Bam. Everybody, is that everybody on the team on level 12 now? It is indeed. Hey, Bobo! How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Derek! With the 5 little bits. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Also, hello, Derek. Derek, wait, that's not Derek. That's UX44X. Thank you. Oh my god. And Bobo. I apologise for thanking the wrong person there. You're, I think I'm just... Derek is like usually one of the few people that cheers bits on my stream and your username is the same colour as his. I just seen the orange and I assumed it was him. I assumed that was him finally getting here, because he's my mod as well. I assumed that was him just jumping into the stream and dropping some bits. That was my bad, but thank you so much for those 5 little bitties. I appreciate it. And also Bobo for the follow. Thank you. Oh, thanks all you new peeps that are coming in here today. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Alright. Oh, okay, here's... You know what, actually? Oh, you know what? I was gonna say maybe I'd be better off looking at what encounters we can get in here and seeing if maybe if we go to a different floor, if we have a better chance of getting something else that's not a Zubat. But... I don't actually know... I don't know if our repel would even last that long. Way! X44X. With more bitties, those 15 bits, and yes, you didn't need kill the bit boss. New bit boss. We got a new bit boss. It's been a while since we've had a new bit boss up on there. Oh, congrats, man! Thank you for all the bitties as well. Magikarp was your first shiny in the first Pokemon game on the Game Boy. Back in those days, I kept getting pissed off because I could never figure out how to get the cruise boat to move. Are you sure you got a shiny in the first Pokemon game? Because shinies were not available until Generation 2, unless you were playing Leaf Green or Fire Red remakes. Alright guys, we're hoping for a Geodude or a Sandshrew here, so wish me luck. Please don't be a Zubat, please don't be a Zubat, please don't be a Zubat! Oh, even better, I didn't even know you could get him in here! Ah, Zubat! I didn't even know you could get him in here, it's my favourite Pokemon! Okay, okay, we really need to not knock you out, buddy. Yeah, well, thank you for the follow as well, 40. I'm just going to call you 44 from now on, because the whole X44X a bit long. Thank you for the follow as well, buddy. I appreciate that. Okay, hold on. Now here's the thing that I'm a little bit scared of. I know that Quagsires in this game can run away from you. I don't know if Whoopers can. And I'm scared to attack it in case I knock it out. But I don't know if I want to just throw a Pokeball. Oh, you know what? Great Ball. Throw Great Ball. Throw Great Ball. Please. Please. No! Don't you flee. Don't you flee. Don't. Oh, okay. Oh, I think cause you cheered some bits, you now have a bit badge in my stream rather than your Twitch Prime. I think you can. I think if you go into the chat settings, you can change your badges. I don't know if you can have a bit badge and a Twitch Prime badge at the same time. I know you can. There are some badges you can have at the same time. Like you can have I think you can have like 2 or 3 badges at once before your name, but I don't know what ones. I know there are some that replace others. I'm not sure if you can change it to have both of them there or not. Okay, we gotta attack this thing. I think the weakest attack we have is probably Mud Slap on a Hattori. Let me think here. What's your attack? 18. Attack. 17. Yours is weaker, but Mud Slap is way weaker than Tackle. Yeah, you're way too high. I guess I could Wrap, actually. Wrap would not do much. The weakest attack we have is the egg. Just throw the egg. Oh, if I don't catch this Whooper, I'm gonna actually be so upset. I need him in my team. I need him. I shouldn't knock him out. Yeah, no chance. Not only is Mud Slap super weak, but Whooper's actually got pretty good physical defense, so we can hit him with a couple of these. I'm so scared that he's gonna try and flee like Quagsire can do. Okay, one more. Even with a crit from there, it shouldn't knock him out. Get. You don't get caught with that Great Ball Whooper. You're a beast. Please. Please. Yes! Oh, we got our boy. We got the best boy. The Axolotl Whooper. A mucous membrane covers its body. Touching it barehanded will cause a shooting pain. Yeah. Is there, yeah, yeah. Anytime, it kind of became a tradition for us to always call our Bellsprouts and Weeping Bells flashlight in my Nuzlocks. And you know what's weird? Even though I play usually with randomizers, we surprisingly run into Weeping Bells quite a lot. Quite a lot in my Nuzlocke. We seem to catch one nearly every single time I do one. Alright. So if any of y'all have suggestions or nicknames for my boy Whooper here, feel free to leave them while I put them on the overlay real quick. How much longer am I going to be streaming for? Let's see, what time is it now? I will be streaming for about another hour and a half. Just over an hour and a half longer I should be streaming for. Goddamn group chat on Facebook with like 20 messages. Jesus Christ. Right. Orion, you're not what I was trying to add there. There he is. Whoopa. Like. Here we go. Alright, name suggestion. What you guys got? Name it champ. Name it antennae. Whoop troop. What is that, like goof troop? Whoop troop. Sorry. Humor? I vote whoop troop. What's Facebook Kappa? That's a big Vaporeon. Yeah, I'm using previous images on my overlay from a different thing, and the images are really big for some reason whenever I add them on. What the hell's Foomer? I don't even know what that is. Whoop troop. God. Whoop troop is sounding pretty good. I think we might go with whoop troop. Also, if you guys hear any meowing or anything, it's because my cat just jumped up on my desk and is literally sitting right next to my microphone. And she's potentially going to start walking around and bumping into stuff, so I apologise if the microphone gets bumped or anything. In fact, would Whoop Troop even fit? We're only allowed 10 letters, aren't you? 1, 2... 9. Okay, if we don't have a space, let me see actually. Whoop. Okay, we'll just barely fit. Space. Little bits. Hold on. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. I'll be with you in a second, chat, to reply to everything that's going on. Once I get this sorted. The name's going to be a little bit smaller, but that's the only way it's going to fit on there. So, I rock Ite. Hello, welcome to the stream. I will boycott wait, what? I will boycott your stream and tweet out that you name your Pokemon stupid insult names if you don't name your Whipper Whoop Trip, alright? Jesus. Alright, we're going with Whoop Trip. And hey, thank you for another bit there, 44. I appreciate it. Alright, we got Whoop Trip the Whipper. I was expecting us to get a Sandshrew or a Geodude in here, but pleasantly surprised with my favourite Pokemon of all, Whipper. I'm so happy about that. Alright. Well, I would really like to use Whipper, and I would really like him to not be in a situation where he's gonna die from the things we're running into that are gonna be stronger. I use bits as bribery money sometimes, Kappa. That's fair. I mean, there's, I mean, that's kind of what I guess that's one way to use them to your advantage. Alright, so before we move on, we're gonna run up to the Dark Cave, and we're gonna try and train up Whoop Troop a little bit. We'll just spam Water Gun on the Geodudes in there and try and get them up to about level 10. And then we will head through the Union Cave. I just would really prefer to try and get them up some levels before we move on. The only thing we really have to worry about with Wooper is, well, things like that. Specifically grass types. The only thing we really have to be that we have to be scared of, I think, for him, because he's got pretty decent defenses. No, the XP share, we don't get the XP share until actually quite late in this game. I think, yeah, we won't get the XP share until we have like 5 or 6 badges. Once we have like 5 or 6 badges, we'll have access to be able to go and get the XP share, but yeah, it's not for a while, unfortunately. Alright. Let me mute the game, put on some background music, and we will do a little bit of training real quick. Alright. This shouldn't take too long. With the speed up function just spamming water gun on these geodudes in here, we should be able to get trained up pretty fast. I'll just run away from the Zubats just so I don't have to deal with them being annoying with their supersonic. Yeah, I don't know why it takes so. It's kind of weird that it takes so long to get the XP share in this game. Oh, that was unexpected. I mean, when I'm never going to use Togepi, but I guess we'll give it a nickname anyway. Can I post a link to be the best song ever that should be the background music? Unfortunately I do have links banned for people that are not mods, so you're not going to be able to post a link. You can tell me what it is though. If you can tell me what the name of it is, I can probably just search it up on YouTube and play it while we're training up. Zao? You know what? Well, we're not going to use this thing. I'll just call it whatever. Yeah, Zao. I'm just going to throw that in the PC. Unfortunately, it doesn't evolve into... doesn't have access to Togekiss in this gen, so not really that good. Togepi's just going to... Wii music with the roof. You know what? As much as I've heard that amazing Roblox sound effect and through different meme videos, don't know if that's the kind of music I wanna listen to while I'm training. Jesus Christ. I don't know why the music from the Wii, like the Wii shop menu and stuff, has become such a meme recently. It's so weird. It's such a random thing. It's like something that's like 10 years old, all of a sudden becoming a meme out of nowhere. So strange. You're gonna try and bribe me with one with a little cake bit? Oh my god! You can find Dunsparces in here? What? Since when? Oh my god! They're dropping all those bits. Jesus, man! He's gonna drop every kind of bit you can find. Got a cake bit. You got a little alien robot bit. Oh my god. Right, hold on, let me heal up. But was a little terrifying. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm going to heal up, and I'm actually going to be right back real quick, guys. I gotta go do something. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Jesus Christ. How many bits did you just drop? Hold on, let me count this. You've filled my entire fucking Streamlabs event list with these 1 bits at a time. How many have you got? How many did you just do there? 1, 2, 3, 13? Is that 13 total? Jesus Christ. Jesus, man. Drop 10k bits and you'll play it on repeat for 10 minutes. Is that what I should start doing now? Anything we need to grind? I'll just start charging you guys to play music for me to play music in the background. Feel like at 10 bits a song. Looking at my PC in ultrasound, I saw my shiny Bagon, but I named him Bugger because his something. I don't know. You post the links. Alright, hold on. Alright. Since you gave me a bunch of bits, I'll play your weird meme song that you wanted while we're grinding. I mean, if I can find it. Is it? Just to make sure I've got the right title, is it Wii Music but with the Roblox death sound? Is that like the literal title of the video? so often, just so I make sure I've got the right one that you want to play. Okay. Only 1 minute and 23, so that's not that bad. Jesus Christ. You know, I don't know what I was expecting. I didn't think it was going to be literally every fucking note of the song was going to be that sound. Christ. Well, I guess this will be an interesting thing for people to hear of when they first come into my stream, if anybody happens to in the next minute. Jesus, man. This is horrible. Oh, hold on. I just realised I didn't put the game back on screen. Sorry about that. There we go. Didn't miss much, I was just still grinding some levels. I was just water gun and geodudes. Right, we only have one more to do. There we go. I guess that was a perfect amount of time for that song to last, just as we finished training. Oh, the next automatic song that I went to was every Disney death, but with the Roblox sound effect. Oh damn it! Fucking hate the internet sometimes. Jesus Christ. Alright. Well, that was an experience. Alright, right, let me put 0 behind the PC and we can move on. Actually head to the Union Cave and make some progress. The good thing is Whoop Troop will actually have a good time down there, since there's going to be quite a lot of rocking around types in there for us to fight from the trainers. So Whoop Troop's going to have a good time just sweeping through all of them. Not having a good time. I don't even want to risk this thing not letting me escape and then vine whipping me. I'm just gonna... I have another request. With another bit. I mean, I'm only going to be playing background music when I'm grinding levels, so if you wanna, if you guys want to wait until I'm grinding levels again. Also, please don't, if you're gonna ask me to play something in the background while we're grinding levels, please don't ask for something that's copywritten. Like music from like some games and stuff is probably gonna be fine. But if it's something that's gonna like be copywritten, I would appreciate that not being the case, because otherwise that would possibly make parts of the stream either well, one or two things will happen. Either one, my stream, my VOD, will get muted, or two, I'll have a copyright claim on the VOD when I put it on YouTube, and I would prefer not to have either of those happen. So it's the Mario Odyssey Jump Up Superstar, but the spaghetti audio. I'm gonna go ahead and just say to you right now that's not gonna happen. Don't waste your bits, because I actually hate that spaghetti meme like a lot, and I don't want to listen to it. So I'm just gonna tell you now, don't waste your bits trying to get me to play that, because that's not gonna happen. I don't mind taking requests for background music when we're grinding, but within reason. I would say within a reason, please. Also, thank you for the host, 44. I appreciate it. Oh, I got a full level for that. Oh, you know what I just remembered? For some reason I totally slipped my mind, but totally slipped my mind that we are actually going to be getting an egg. We get an egg from the daycare in Goldenrod that actually has a good Pokemon in it. Ooh, I'm actually excited to find out what we're going to get from that. Slam, that's garbage. Because the thing is, if it's a Smoochum, that's pretty good. If it's an Elekid, that's pretty good. If it's a Magby, that's pretty good. If it's a Tyrogue, that's pretty good. But if it's an Igglybuff or a Cleffa, that's pretty garbage. I think we should have a better chance. Oh, even if it's a Pichu as well. If it's a Pichu, that's pretty good. We should have a pretty solid chance of getting something decent from the egg. But knowing my luck, I'm going to get the fucking Igglybuff or the Cleffa. I just know that's going to happen. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that as well. The egg has a high chance of being a shiny, but I'm not going to do that because this is a Nuzlocke and I'm not going to soft reset for shinies or anything. If it's a shiny, it's a shiny. If not, it's not. We'll just deal with it as it comes. If you think that's a bad meme, you haven't been to my school. Someone in my school district was sent to the principal's office for eating a Tide Pod in school. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, Darwinism at its best. I don't want to sound like I'm being an asshole, but if you're stupid enough at any age to eat something that's basically poison, then you pretty much deserve what's coming to you. You're a fucking idiot. Like, no sympathy. I don't have any sympathy for anybody who's stupid enough to fucking eat one of those. Seriously. I'm usually, because the thing is, I'm usually not that. Usually when it comes to, I'm just gonna heal actually. Usually when it comes to these challenges that become memes of things, I usually don't care that much about them because they're usually dumb stuff anyway. Like, but things like the cinnamon challenge, like shit like that, is dumb. And, you know, it's going to be painful, but it's very unlikely to kill you or do serious harm, you know, damage to your body. It's just, you know, a dumb thing. But this is something that you're basically just eating fucking poison. You're very likely to become either seriously hurt or die. So, I just have no fucking, like, patience for people stupid enough to do that shit. Language arts teacher came up to me and said, I know dank memes. Harambe. Wow, that's just oofed. Yeah, a part of me is really happy that I am no longer... that I am not at the age to be in high school while, like, memes are a big thing. Like, most of my life in high school, the internet wasn't really a thing that a lot of people I know even use that much. I didn't even have access to a computer with the internet until I was 15, and within like 2 years after that, I was pretty much out of high school, and I barely knew anybody that even used the internet that much. So, I think I was lucky to grow up, being in high school when things like memes weren't around, which I'm pretty happy with, because that sounds like that would be horrible. yeah, I mean, yeah, like, stuff like that is harmless. Like, Ice Bucket Challenge. You know, here's the thing. With the internet and people who are stupid. The Ice Bucket Challenge is something that is just kind of harmless and, you know, maybe a little bit of uncomfortableness when you do it because of how cold it is. But it's not dangerous. It's not something that needs to be dangerous in any way. But there were still somehow people out there that fucking hurt themselves really badly doing it. Because they were like, oh, I'm going to do this really weird way of doing it. And, oh, I'm going to have a fucking big-ass bucket get dropped on top of me from, like, 10 feet above me. But then the fucking idiot drops the actual bucket on their head instead and it gives them a concussion. Like, like, how you can screw up doing something so simple to hurt yourself. It's just the internet, man. It's the fucking internet. It always finds some way to turn something, even something that's not dangerous in any way. Somebody out there is going to find some way to up it to the point where it's going to hurt them, and just be a fucking idiot. And at that point, you just got to be like, well, Darwinism. It's one of those things. Love-hate relationship with the internet in general. Sometimes the internet is so dumb that it's amazing, and sometimes it's so dumb that it makes you want to just fucking shoot yourself and just be like, why does humanity still continue to exist? It's like, nearly every day you have one of those emotions by going through the internet. Wow. I think I've been pretty lucky. I've went through most of my life without having any really serious injuries. I don't think I've ever done something stupid that's like that's ended up having me be hurt in some way. I'm trying to think if I have, even when I was younger. Even when I was younger, I don't think I did. No, I mean when I was a teenager, oh god, actually yeah. When I was a teenager, I did get a really bad infection in my foot. That was so bad that when I went to the doctors to get it checked out, they actually said to me that if I waited too much longer, they would have had to potentially have amputated my foot off because it was that bad. It was in that bad a shape. But like the cause of that wasn't me like doing something dumb. It was literally just like a complete accident. It was like I had I think I had like a cut or something on one of my toes, and I didn't realise how bad it was, and then I went swimming in a river, and I guess the river was like a lot dirtier than I thought as well, and it just like got infected through that. So it was kind of dumb, and it was kind of my own fault for not like thinking, but it was also like not, you know, it wasn't like I was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna do the cut yourself open and jump into a dirty river challenge, you know. Like it wasn't, not like it was that kind of situation or anything. But that's probably like the worst thing I've had happen to me in terms of like a physical injury in any way. Like I've never broken a bone. I've never been concussed. I've never really had any kind of serious physical injury in any way in my life, which I'm pretty happy with. I've never been dumb enough to do. I think for most of my life I've usually been smart enough to, you know, look at something and be, yeah, I'm not going to do that because I'm not a fucking idiot. I think most of my life I've been able to look at something, a situation, and be like, yeah, probably not a smart idea to do this certain thing. I've never really been I've never really been in a situation where I've felt peer pressured as well. Like I've usually, when I grew up, I was pretty good about telling people, no, I'm not doing that, and even if they tried to peer pressure me, I was usually good about just being like, no, I'm not fucking doing it. I don't like. I've never been peer pressured into doing something stupid as far as I'm aware, as far as I remember. So. Oh Jesus, Downlove, that's fucking bad. Jesus. Hey, also hello Giga, how's it going, man? Just realised my profile picture was the colour of the Tide Pod. Oh, was that the I just noticed that actually. Your profile picture is one of the squids from Splatoon, isn't it? Coincidence? I think not. Okay. Oh, in fact, hold on. This guy right here. For anybody who is not aware, this guy right here is actually like a Nuzlocke killer. This guy right here. He has a Geodude that's not too bad, but he also has a fucking Machop that's like ridiculously strong. So hold on. I'm gonna have to fight this guy. I don't know if I want to get an encounter on this grass. I don't remember what you can find in there. And I don't know if I may be better off waiting until I get headbutt and headbutt one of the trees there to get something instead. But I'm not sure. I'll have a look on Bulbapedia after we get to Azalea Town and maybe look at what we can find here. Yeah, one of the Inklings from Splatoon. That's what they're called, Inklings. I forgot that's what they were called. I've not really played I played a little bit of Splatoon, the first game when it came out, but I've not really played that much of it. Found out that your GPU got delayed with a note for 2 weeks. Damn, dude. That sucks. You're just not having any luck with these computer parts, are you? I do not have a Switch, unfortunately. I really want to get one, because I would love to play Mario Odyssey at some point, and also some other games that are going to be coming out for it, but I still do not have one. I'm planning on trying to get one within the next few months, but really depends on if I'm able to get the money for it together. No, I don't want your number. The only phone numbers I'm going to be getting in this Nuzlocke are the numbers of the people that give you evolution stones. Only people I care about. Okay, we made it to Azalea Town. No deaths. Through there. Thank God. 5th in line at your Walmart out of 30 people. Damn, dude. And they only had 12 switches. Wow, that fucking sucks. That sucks for the people behind you, man. Jeez. I actually had Pokémon for my Wii U, and I actually did enjoy it. But the issue with me is, even though I do enjoy playing fighting games, most of the fighting games I play, I like fighting games, but if I don't have anybody to play them with, like if I don't have anybody, if like none of my friends are really into it and don't really want to play it with me, and I end up having to either only play it on my own or only being able to play it online against people, I usually lose interest in it pretty quickly. Just because I feel like fighting games are way more fun to be able to play with a friend that's like sitting next to you. So unfortunately with Pokémon, I bought it and I played it for a few weeks, and I played it online and I kind of did enjoy it, but anytime I tried to get one of my friends to play it, they just didn't really have any interest in it. So pretty quickly got to the point where I just wasn't playing it at all and just ended up trading it in because it just was sitting there doing nothing. Which is unfortunate, because I did have a fun time with that game. Okay, let me see what Pokemon are available in that little area over there. I don't even know if that's... Is that actually a different... Okay, it is a different route. I wasn't sure if maybe that was part of the same route before the cave. I know that sometimes is a thing. Okay, let's see. Route 33, what is available here? Night, there's Rattatas, Spearows. Oh no, not Spearows. There's Rattatas. We already have. There's Ekans, but they're only during the day. Zubats, and then a Hoppip. In fact, no. Yeah, in fact, no, just Rattatas and Zubats are the only thing available there in the grass. For Headbutton, there's Spearows, Ekans, Apom, and then Heracross. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. I think we'd be better just waiting until we get a Headbutt then. And then headbutt those trees, because then we can at least try and potentially get an Ekans, which isn't horrible, but not great. An Apom, which isn't great. Or potentially get a Heracross. It's the kind of the best situation for that. Oh, in fact, you know what? Oh, actually, I didn't even look at that. There is a 20% chance of getting a Geodude in the grass. A 20% now. I think I'll wait until we get Headbutt. If we can get Heracross. You never know. Maybe we'll get really lucky. Alright. As for now, I guess the only thing for us to do would be to head down to the Slowpoke Well. Like Team Rocket. And then, I think after this we'll probably have to do a little bit of grinding for Bugsy. Probably maybe try and grind everybody up to 14 or 15 and before we go into the gym. And then we'll we can go and fight Bugsy. Got Skyrim for Switch for Christmas. I still haven't played Skyrim. That game has been out for like 7 years, has been on like a million different consoles, and I've still not played it. I played Oblivion, and I really didn't like it that much, so it kind of put me off playing Skyrim. But I don't know, I guess at some point I should maybe try it. Most fun about Smash Bros is playing split screen with your friends and just watching them rage. Talking about, there's no split screen in Smash. Yeah. But Smash is amazing, I fucking love Smash. See, that's the perfect example. That is a fighting game that I love, and all of my friends love, and we all play it together all the time. So that's like the one of those fighting games that I actually play a ton of, and just love. Even though I'm not, not great at it. I'm okay at it. I'm not great at it. I'm okay. But Xenoblade Chronicles 2 after the first year of Skyrim keeps sucking me back in every time I try and play anything else. Yeah, Xenoblade. Another game series I've not played. Pokémon main is Pika Libre. I think when I played Pokémon, I think the main that I used was Machamp. I really like using Machamp in that game. That's actually usually what I do. Most fighting games that I play, I usually like going like the big, kind of heavy, powerful characters. Like and like in Soul Calibur games, I always play Astaroth is like my main. In Pokemon, I played Machamp, and Smash, I really like playing Ganondorf and Bowser. Like I always like playing the big heavy power characters. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I just love. I love playing the characters where you just get to just do these ridiculously powerful attacks and just like knock your enemies all over the place. Like the most fun. What's the most fun having a character that just smashes people around with one hit? I mean, here the thing is with Skyrim, it's one of those games I feel like I should eventually at least try and play. But every fucking time, every goddamn year at E3, they announce, hey, Skyrim's coming to this console, or it's been remastered for this console, or it's coming to this console. And I'm actually at a stage where anytime I see Skyrim anywhere, I'm just like, why won't this game fucking die? Like, come on, it's been like God knows how many years and it's still getting like announced. It still gets announced every goddamn year that it's coming out for something else. Like, Jesus. Ganondorf and Dr. Mario. Good choices, good choices. I did not. Okay, I didn't actually. I thought I'd accidentally wasted a potion on him there. What's your most awkward moment? How long have you got? I have no idea. I probably have like a million different ones that I could try and think of. Oh, that's a classic, falling asleep in class. Yep. I don't think I've ever fully fallen asleep in class, but I've definitely been close to falling asleep. I've been in a situation where I've nearly about to fall asleep, realised that I'm about to fall asleep, and like jerked up, and like, oh, like to try and stop myself, and like I've had people notice that and laugh. Like I had that happen to me in school before, but that's not as bad. Ooh, there's Hyperfang. One nice thing about having Rattata Leon is you get access to Hyperfang pretty quickly, which is a kind of a ridiculously strong move to have this early in the game. I actually don't know. I'm trying to think of other like awkward moments I have. I mean, I'm usually pretty antisocial, and I spend most of my time I usually spend most of my time only hanging out with people I know. And if we ever have like any, you know, awkwardness between us, it's usually pointed out and just laughed about pretty quickly. I don't know. Damn. Damn crits though. That's pretty weird, Giga. I think you should probably tell that girl to chill out on that and kind of cut that out, because that's kind of weird. You're an extrovert, really? I'm 100% an introvert all the way. I fucking can't. I'm not able to deal with I'm not able to deal with a lot of social situations very well. I definitely much prefer spending my time just hanging out in my house alone on my computer. I'm a much bigger fan of being able to, you know, sit alone. The thing is, I have a small group of friends that I've been friends with for nearly 20 years. We've been friends pretty much since school, and we still hang out like every week. And they come up and we all play video games together, and that's a good time, but, you know, that's a once a week thing and I can deal with that, but quite a lot whenever anybody, pretty much anytime anybody asks me if I want to go out to places where there's going to be a lot of people around, I immediately just start thinking to myself, like, do I want to go there? How many people are going to be there? How many am I going to know? You know, am I going to be in a situation where I'm going to be forced to talk to people that I don't know and try and socialise with them? Like, the only thing that usually makes me feel better about that is if there's going to be alcohol involved. If I have alcohol available, that definitely makes me a lot more sociable. I become a lot more sociable with that, with a drink in me. But if there's no alcohol involved, I'm usually like, oh, I don't know if I want to go. I think I would much prefer to just kind of sit at home. Which does kind of make me feel bad, because I feel like I do sometimes feel like I have friends who ask me out places and I say that I don't want to go, or I just, like, I say that I don't really feel like it. And I don't really want to sit and explain that it's like the social anxiety and the fact that I'm introverted and stuff. I don't want to like sit and explain all that. But then, you know, I'm like, then I have to sit there and think to myself, do they think that I don't like them? And that's why I'm not going? Or, I don't know. It's a weird situation, but... think. Should definitely try and train everybody up to 15, I think, before we go into the gym. Okay, well, Chia, Fleshlight, and Whip Troop. The three of them should be able to train quite easily in the cave with their grass and water moves. Hattori and Quatella, on the other hand, I'm not so sure. I'm not actually so sure where we're going to be able to train them. In fact, I guess I could train these three up to 15, and then we could go and fight our rival, and then we'll have access to the Ilex Forest, where Hattori and Quatella will be able to train up a bit easier. I might do that. Right. Well, time for more training. So let me mute the game, put on some background music, and we will do a little bit of grinding. Also, let me know if the music is too loud or not as well. Should be fine, but you guys can let me know. Oops. Okay, why is there only Rattatas in here? Do I have a YouTube channel? I do indeed. If you look below the stream, there will be a link to my YouTube channel where all of my previous streams are, as well as my old Let's Plays that I made before I started streaming. Because yeah, my career in content creation was pretty much I started a YouTube channel. I did some like just Let's Plays and stuff for like a good year and a half, and then I finally was able to get my hands on not only a good computer that I built, but was also finally had access to better internet speeds and was finally able to stream. So then I pretty much just switched over exclusively to streaming at that point, and I've been streaming now for a good year and a half. So coming up to the 2 year mark. It'll be 2 years streaming in June. Yeah, June. Right at the end of June will be the 2 year mark for me streaming. So it's still like a good 6 months away, but your bio says that you'll play any game. Do you mean any game? Well, I mean, as long as it interests me in some way. I'm not like I consider myself somewhat of a variety streamer, in the sense that I'll usually be open to play any game that piques my interest. I mean, if you look at my YouTube channel, you'll see from the games that I've played on my stream, they're all over the place in terms of what kind of games they are. Also for hold on. Hello. Hey, thank you for the follows earlier, man. I appreciate it. Oh, you have one in mind? Mini clip? What's mini clip? Is that an wait, is mini clip the suggestion or was what? Also, thank you for the 1 bit. What is mini clip the game? If it is, what is that? I've never heard of that before. There's a game called Sexy Beach. I want you to stream. Don't ask me how I know about it. Is that something that I would be able to stream? That sounds like something that would be against the Twitch terms of service, because they do kind of ban certain games from being streamed on here. If it's a game, if it's anything like the title, it's very likely that I would not be allowed to stream something like that. Because I know them. What's that game? Honeypop? The Honeypop games. I know they're banned on Twitch. They're not allowed to stream those. I think there's another game. There was actually another game that came out recently that I wanted to play on stream with some friends, called Genital Jousting, but that was banned on Twitch as well. I think it was banned on Twitch before it even got released. It's a torture website of just flash games. Oh god. That does not sound like fun. I don't know how interested I would be in playing flash games. I know there are some decent flash games that exist. I actually can't remember the last time I even played a flash game, to be honest. Bowmaster Prelude. Well, if you guys have any, if you guys have proper game suggestions that you actually want me to play, I do have a Discord that is open for anyone to join. Linked, should be linked below. You can also hit !Discord to get the link. And in my Discord, I have a game suggestion chat where you can leave your suggestions for any games that you want me to play. And pretty much anything that gets put in there, I will at least look at. And if it's something that I think I would enjoy playing on stream, then I will at least try it. But I can't guarantee 100% that I'll play anything that gets suggested. It has to be something that I would at least be interested in playing. Like if someone suggested like an RTS, I would probably just not even bother with that, because I just don't like RTSs at all. Like I have literally no interest in those kind of games. But if it's something that I think would be fun, then I will definitely have a look at it. Play Roblox? I'm not gonna play Roblox. Yeah, I don't have any interest in Roblox. Minecraft is as far as I'll go with that stuff. I like Minecraft, and I actually streamed quite a bit of Minecraft not long ago. But I don't really have any interest in Roblox. Do I have Pokemon Sun, Moon, or X and Y? I do. I have Pokemon X and I have Pokemon Sun. I have Pokemon Sun, I have Pokemon Moon, I have Pokemon Ultra Sun, and I have Pokemon X. So I got like all of those. Play Minecraft. Oh yeah, we'll do a whole series where we just play all the Minecraft rip-off games that exist. It'll only take me about 50 years to get through them all. If you have a capture card and a PS4 or 3, I can't remember which it is, but Disgaea 5? I've never even heard of that, and I also don't have a PS3 or a PS4. I guess I should say what kind of consoles I have so you guys have got a better idea of what kind of games you can suggest. I have a PC that's pretty decently powerful, so I think most PC games I can maybe play. And then I have a Wii U, and I have an Xbox One. I don't have a Switch yet, and I don't have a PS4 or a PS3. And probably anything older, anything as old as like PS2, GameCube, or older than that, I can easily emulate, probably. So any of those kind of games I can play. The only thing I really don't have access to is PlayStation 3 or 4, and then Switch. It's like the only consoles I probably can't really play. Which is unfortunate because there are a few games on the PS3 and PS4 that I would actually be interested in playing. It's just not enough interest where I would want to, you know, buy a whole console for them. So. Alright, so I'm going to turn this off now, since we're actually going to do we're about to fight our rival. And then once we finish our rival battle, I'm going to try and get Quitella and Hattori both leveled up in the forest a little bit, and then we'll do the gym. You should try to play Pokemon Sun randomized Nuzlocke. If I had a 3DS capture card, I would love to do that. Unfortunately, not only do I not have a 3DS capture card, but I don't think I have a DS that's capable of doing randomizers on those games. I think you have to have a newer 3DS to do that stuff, and I have like the original, like oldest one. So I don't think I can do that, as much as I would love to do a randomizer in Gen 6. Or not even Gen 6, Gen 7. I would, like, that would be great, but yeah. I unfortunately don't really have any way of doing that. But I'm hoping that I'll be getting a Switch somewhat soon, and then when the new Pokemon game comes out for the Switch, I'll finally have access to streaming a new Pokemon game on my Twitch, rather than only having to play the old ones. So that's kind of nice. So I do have a capture card, just don't have it only can kind of only get used on my Wii U and Xbox One right now. So hey Kevin, how's it going, man? Hey, yeah, we got our Whipper. We found a Whipper, man, in the cave. I was pretty excited about it. Xenoblade Chronicles for the Wii or 3DS. I don't actually. I mean, I've never played a Xenoblade game. I honestly don't know if I would. I don't know if the thing is, I don't know if I would like Xenoblade or not. I could probably get it from my Wii U and try and stream it, but it's just a case of me trying to think if I would like it or not. Because even though, because it just looks quite strange, like the gameplay of it and stuff. I don't know. It's one of those games where I'm not sure if I would like it or not, but I would probably maybe at some point try out. I mean, Talnov, if I think that game looks interesting enough, I might try it at some point in future, but you probably have to wait until I get a Switch or something for that. Hey, unique username, welcome back. Yeah, buddy, Felicia died. She got hit by a critical hit from Falconer. We actually nearly got through Falconer without anybody dying, and this Pidgeotto got a crit out of nowhere and just one shot her. There was not really anything I could have done about it. What's going to be the name of the Pokemon game on the Switch? Oof. I have no idea. I don't know where the hell they're going to go after Sun and Moon. Yeah, it could be, I mean, it could be anything, honestly. I mean, for all we know, it's just they're going to have the first Pokemon game on the Switch be the fucking Diamond and Pearl remakes. Probably not. Very unlikely that that's going to be the case, but I guess we'll find out. Breath of the Wild 100% run if we get a Switch. You know what I would actually love to try and do in Breath of the Wild? That would probably be fucking murder, and I would actually probably want to die doing it, but I would actually kind of want to do. I would actually kind of love to try a 3-heart run of Breath of the Wild, where I have to do the 4, beasts temples, and then go fight Ganon with only 3 hearts. And just like use all the, I guess if I do any of the shrines, I can just use it to get more stamina. I don't know, that would be fun. Because I did play through Breath of the Wild on my stream when it came out on the Wii U back in March, and that was fucking great. Breath of the Wild was so fun. I actually still haven't played any of the DLC for Breath of the Wild. Do you know that? I've literally not played any of the DLC. Maybe that's something I could do in future, actually. At some point, maybe I should actually get the DLC for Breath of the Wild and try and play that on stream at some point. Try and do the whole quest thing, the Master Quest or the Master Sword challenge thing that you have to do to try and like make the Master Sword stronger. That looks like that would be a lot of fun. A lot of people are speculating it will be plus and minus with electric type legendaries. Huh. I've not heard that, but that would be interesting, I guess. It's true, you can. I don't know if I would. I mean, I guess that would be a fun stream as well. Me trying to do the speed run of just going straight to Ganon after you get the glider. And it would probably just be me dying over and over and over again like a million times. Especially since I've not actually touched Breath of the Wild in probably a good like 6 months. Breath run 100%. When you say 100% though, is that just 100% as in do all the shrines? Or 100% like you're expecting me to fucking get all the Korok seeds? Because that is not something that's not something I'm doing. Makes it hard because you have to beat him from half health powered up instead of... that's true as well, yeah. I guess if I did all the beasts I would have that advantage of getting him down to half health when we fight him. It's quite lava's being a right cunt. Okay. One more potion, and then we should be able to knock him out. Try doing a Breath of the Wild challenge run, just set things you can do, like no temperature clothes, no eating food while in fights. Wow, yeah, stuff like that would be fun to like try and do. Yeah, you can literally beat the game in less than an hour if you're good enough at it. Yeah, fuck the Korok seeds. Unless you guys want to sit and watch me for like 2 months try to search for those things constantly. I mean, I guess I didn't do that on stream, but I think I beat nearly every single shrine in Breath of the Wild when I first played through it. I don't know, maybe that would be fun to do if I got a Switch. If I was looking for something to stream, maybe try and do another playthrough of Breath of the Wild and do all the shrines and stuff again. Since it's been so long since I've played it. And getting all the armor upgrades. See, that's the kind of stuff that I'm talking where I'm like, ugh, a bit weary about, because some of the armor upgrades you have to get are fucking ridiculous. Like some of the stuff you have to hunt down to like get all the armor upgraded is pretty crazy. It's not that bad, but there are some things that are a bit of a pain to try and like grind for when you're getting some of the like really late upgrades for some of the armor. Alright, so I was actually planning on going into the forest to grind, but I think we could probably just go into the gym like this and be fine. We'll just try and use Hattori and Quatela to fight most of the trainers. And then use, well, yeah, probably actually, because Chia and Fleshlight are definitely not going to be getting used. I mean, I guess I could use them to take care of the Metapod and Kakuna. And then have these three be like the Pokemon to fight Scyther with. Yeah, it came out for the Wii U as well, so I just played it on that. I didn't have money for the Switch at the time, and I was just like, I really wanted to play Breath of the Wild, so I was just like, I'm totally cool just playing it on the Wii U. I was not wanting to wait months and months and months to get a Switch before I was able to play Breath of the Wild. I was way too excited for that game. Oh. Hell yeah. It's probably going to be the first, as soon as I'm able to get my hands on a Switch, the first game I'm going to get for it is going to be Mario Odyssey, and I 100% plan on playing that on stream when I get it. I'm hoping there'll still be, you guys would still be, you know, interested in watching Mario Odyssey at that point. I know, you know, we're at a stage where, you know, pretty much everybody, most content creators have played through Mario Odyssey and stuff. I'm hoping there'll still be some people interested in watching me play through it when I finally get my hands on it. Until that time comes though, I guess we'll just have to play some other older Marios. We've already played we've already done Mario 64, Mario Sunshine and Mario Galaxy 1 on the stream. Maybe I should do that, make it a plan to try and do all the 3D Marios. Try and get all the 3D Marios done before I do Odyssey. We've got to try and do Mario Galaxy 2 at some point before I get a Switch. Just so we have all 3D Marios done before that. I know people might say, oh, what about, you know, 3D World? I don't know if I would count that. I mean, like the main kind of big 3D Mario games. He actually did he actually 100% Mario Odyssey? Damn. I don't know how interested I would be in trying to 100% the game on stream. I guess it would depend on how it goes. I'll probably mostly just casually play through it for the most part. And if I feel like I can do the 100% on stream, I would maybe try it. But I think mostly I would, I think for the most part I would probably not want 100% it on stream, just because it would be a lot of me running around doing nothing, just trying to find the moons that are like ridiculously hidden, and I think that would probably get boring at a point for both me and people watching. That's the thing. I mean, the only games I feel comfortable playing, trying to 100% on my stream, are games that I know I can 100%. Like, Mario 64 is a perfect example of that. I think, well, yeah, I think Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine are perfect examples of this, where it's like, I've 100% beaten Mario 64 a bunch of times before. I can 100% that game easily, quite fast, so doing a 100% playthrough of that, I don't mind at all. But then when you come to something like Mario Sunshine, pretty much the only thing I didn't do in that game was collect all the blue coins, because I just don't know where they all are, and there's a million of them. And I just was like, I don't want to sit here trying for hours to look for blue coins. I don't want to be sitting reading a walkthrough on stream trying to get them all. I'm just not going to bother. If I don't know how to 100% a game already, more than likely I'm not going to bother doing it 100%. Mostly, I usually try and just do kind of casual playthroughs of games for the most part, I think. Leave 100% runs to games that I've actually beaten before. Like, I think a perfect example of a game I would 100% on stream if I played it on stream would be Banjo-Kazooie. That's literally one of my, like, top 5 favourite games of all time. I've 100%ed it God knows how many times, so that's one of those games where I'm like, I know confidently I can 100% it, and that's one of the few ones I would do 100%, but yeah. Fuck Mario Galaxy 2, do Luigi Galaxy 2. I guess we could do that. We did do Mario Galaxy 2, so I guess we could maybe try and do that. Try and do Mario Galaxy 2 with Luigi, to spice it up a bit. Alright. Okay, time to fight Bugsy. This is potentially gonna be scary. That fucking Scyther. That Scyther scares the shit out. Thank God this isn't Heart Gold, and he doesn't have U-turn. Just, like, be thankful, we can at least be thankful for that, but this could still potentially be quite an annoying fight. Alright, Bugsy, let's see what you've got. First 2 Pokemon should be easy enough to take out, and then the Scyther's gonna be a pain. No Super Luigi. No Super Luigi Brothers U. You know, that's something I've actually yet to play. I've still not played. I think that from all the well, I did like nothing. From all of the new Super Mario Brother games, like the new 2D ones that came out, I think I only played through like 2 of those. I played through the one on the original DS, and then I think I played one of the ones on the Wii. But the one that's like on the Wii U and stuff, I just didn't bother with. I just kind of got bored of them. Like, I've already played through like 2 of these. I don't really want to play another 2D Mario game. Because I've always enjoyed the 3D Mario games more than the 2D ones. Because I grew up with the 3D ones. I grew up with like Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine. I never really played like Mario. I didn't really play like Mario 3 or like Mario World until I was like much older. So. Isn't Bugsy a girl? No, Bugsy is a boy. People do get confused about that, but Bugsy is 100% a boy. Never prepared the game. How young am I? I'm not that young, I'm 27. It's just the N64 was my first console. Well, my first console was a Sega Genesis, but it wasn't mine, it was my parents'. They owned a Sega Genesis, and the first console that was like mine was an N64. So I just never played Mario World. I never had a Super Nintendo or anything. So I never played those. "24-hour stream when? What?" We're not going to be attempting anything like that until June, when it's my anniversary of streaming. That's usually the only time I ever plan on doing any kind of 24-hour, 12-hour stream stuff is if it's either my birthday, if it's an anniversary of some kind, or if it's like some kind of charity thing. Other than that, usually going to stick to my usual streaming times. I had a Super Nintendo well into my teens before I even got an N64, and I'm the same age as you. I mean, yeah, I just never got. I was never. Yeah, growing up, I didn't have. Like, I wasn't super into video games until I got an N64. Like, before that, the only console I had was a Sega Genesis in my house, and I didn't even play that much. It wasn't until I got an N64 that I really got into video games, like really into them. So, yeah, I kind of missed out on the whole Super Nintendo stuff. Like, the first time I ever even heard of let me start that again. The first time I ever even heard of a Zelda game was when I randomly saw Ocarina of Time in a bargain bin in Blockbuster, and that was the first time I'd even ever heard of Zelda before. That's how like little I was into video games as a kid. And that was the first Zelda game I ever played, and I fucking loved it. Like, as a kid, I wasn't super into video games until I was like probably like 9 or 10. That's like the age I got to when I was actually like really into them. So. Yeah, a lot of the early consoles and stuff I just never really played. I never really played any like Super Nintendo or NES stuff until I got access to a Wii and started downloading them all on my eShop. And then that's when I saw them all and was like, oh, these games. I know these games, people talk about these games, I've never gotten a chance to play them, but I'm a teenager, I got money, I can download these on the eShop and play them finally. But I never grew up with them, so I don't really have like a nostalgia kind of love for them like a lot of people do. Still like them, like I still, you know, I still thoroughly enjoyed Mario 3 in World, and I still thoroughly enjoyed Link to the Past and stuff, but they weren't the games I grew up with. Yeah. Yeah. I've never owned a Super Nintendo. Also, we just kicked the shit out of Bugsy. I was not expecting Hey, Chia's evolving! I was not expecting Hattori to have such an easy time with that Scyther, but she just fucking destroyed him. Hey! Chia! You evolved. Wait, let me edit you. Got our first evolution. A bit too big, did you compare to? Smaller. There we go. Yeah, fucking yeah. Growing up, me and my friends would pretty much just constantly rent games from our local Blockbuster. That's where most of our video games came from. Was either renting games from Blockbuster or that's where we would buy them from. There wasn't really any game shops near us. Yeah, we should be fine. Walking to the Pokemon Center being poisoned. Yoshi's Island or Super Street Fighter 2, the ultimate decision. Okay, well, we're finally done with Azalea Town. Alright, let me see here. How much money do we have? Oh, 9,000. Probably stock up on some potions before we head out. Got a few X items we can sell as well. How are we doing? I'd say we're probably good on Pokeballs for now. Okay. Now by 9. Put us up to an even 10. Got a few super potions as well. Can I get a petal? I can get a petals. I'll buy a couple of repels. Alright. Oh no. Sell X defend. Sell X attack. Sell escape rope. Alright. Should be good with that. First game you ever played through that was single player was Pokemon Pearl. Damn. Mostly I just ended up getting Super Game Boy, playing Pokemon on my mom's friend's dad's big screen TV. He had a pizza thing every Friday, but his grandkids would come because they were older, and if it was lame to hang out with your grandpa, so he'd let me play the Super Nintendo hooked up to his big screen TV, even though he wouldn't let his grandkids hook it up to the big TV. Wow, that's pretty cool, man. That was like one of my favourite things to do when I had my N64, was plugging my Pokemon Red game into my game pack for my N64 and playing that on Pokemon Stadium, just with the speed function, the dual GB tower in Pokemon Stadium. I loved doing that as a kid. Okay. I think, yeah. Time to head into the Ilex Forest. I'm hoping, if we're going to get an encounter in here, which we are obviously, the only thing in here I would really be interested in catching would be an Oddish. Not that I'm going to use it. If I catch an Oddish, I'm more than likely just throw it on the PC. There's not really anything else we can get in here, unfortunately. It would be cool if we got a Psyduck. That would maybe be a bit better. Oh, what a Venonat. That's actually kind of interesting. Huh. I don't know if I would want to use... I don't know if... I'm actually not sure if I want to use a Venonat or not. I'll try and catch it, but... I think Venomoth isn't bad. It's just... I think Venonat's got really bad stats, and I'm pretty sure it takes a really long time to evolve into Venomoth. Like, I don't think it evolves into Venomoth until like maybe the 20s or even maybe level 30. I'm pretty sure. So I don't really want to use it. I'll catch it though. We can maybe try and use it in the team later. Does it? No, there's no way it evolves as late as that. I'm gonna look it up. It must be like 30 or something. There's no way it doesn't evolve until then. Ah, 31. Yeah, I think we'll catch it and we'll just throw it on the PC. Maybe later when we're a lot higher leveled, we can maybe use Venomoth when we have like access to the XP share and stuff and can easily like get him trained up to 31. But yeah, I think for now we'll catch him and just throw him in the PC. Not the worst thing we could have got in here though. There are definitely worse Pokemon to find in here. I mean, I would say Caterpie, Weedle, or Paris would definitely be a worse Pokemon to get in here than Venonat, to be honest. Whip shouldn't knock out. Oh wow, that did actually way less than I thought. Actually, totally forgot we even had Sleep Powder on him there. Actually, kind of nice. I guess that's one benefit of keeping Fleshlight in the on the team, is that we can use Sleep Powder to catch stuff a lot easier. Oh god. See, that's one thing I am scared of, is that Miltank. That's why I was really, really wanting to get a Geodude on the team. On the few occasions that we had a chance to find one. Because Geodude not only is really, really good for Bugsy and Falconer, but also really, really good for dealing with that Miltank. I don't know what we're going to do against that thing, honestly. I really, really don't. Venonat, you're really not worth this many Pokeballs, buddy. I'm trying to think if there's any... Pokemon that we can get around Goldenrod that would really help us out for dealing with that Miltank, and I don't think there is. The only thing I can think of that would really help with that Miltank is if the egg that we get from the daycare is a Tyrogue, because Tyrogue evolves in level 20, which is below the level limit for Whitney. So we could, if we get a Tyrogue, train him up to level 20, and then we would have a Hitmonlee or a Hitmonchan, or a Hitmontop, and we would be able to use that to take out the Miltank pretty easily. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else really around there that we can get that would really help. There isn't really any ground. I guess there's neither on mail, I think, we can get, which does have double kick. So I need a Reno with double kick might be good for Miltank, but I don't know. It's gonna be a tough fight. It's gonna be a tough fight against Whitney for sure. We do have Chia though, who does have Reflect and Poison Powder, which would help quite a bit as well. We have a few things to deal with it, but for the most part, it's gonna be a toughie. Alright, nicknames for Venonat. Fluff Puff, Ontam, Zimmy, No Butter. We'll just call him Zimmy. It's one nice thing about having you here use unique username. Anytime I'm just stumped on nicknames, I can just pick one of your random ones if I can't think of anything. Right. Well, Zimmy can just sit on the team now until we get through this place. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a headbutt, and then we can go back to Azalea, and maybe we'll get super lucky and get a head across. More than likely not gonna happen, but you never know. There's the Paris. I actually probably should fight wild Pokemon here, because the next level limit Whitney is quite large. And we're definitely not going to be getting up to that level from the trainers that we fight. We're very likely going to be under-leveled for Whitney and going to have to do some grinding anyway, so I might as well just speed up and knock out any wild Pokemon we run into. Just to get through that a bit easier. Okay. Oh, I always thought there was a hidden item there. My mistake, I guess. I think our only saving grace to be able to get through the fight with Whitney without any issues would be if we somehow get a Tyrogue in that egg. The good thing is, if I want to hatch that egg, I can just get the bike. Oh, there's a Psyduck. I can just get the bike and use the speed up function to get him hatched really quickly, so we can just find out what he is, like immediately. Oh, you know, I didn't even think about the fact that we're going to have to give cut to somebody. I guess we actually have a few Pokemon that can learn, I think. You know what? I'm going to give it to Fleshlight because that'll at least give Fleshlight something else to attack with other than fucking Vine Whip. And it's definitely better than Wrap. So Just so Fleshlight has got something else to attack with. Alright, now before we head it out... oh, in fact, you know what? I'll wait till I get a headbutt and then I'll go back. Once we get a headbutt, I was going to go back to use headbutt in Azalea anyway. I might as well just wait until I get a headbutt to go back and get the charcoal as well. No point in me going all the way back down the other node just to come back up here and then go back again. Oh, that sounds like fun, Talnov. Speaking of shows, I recently binged a show on Netflix called The End of the Fucking World. It's a dark comedy. It was pretty goddamn good. I think there was two main characters, a guy and a girl. The guy I think he was in a Black Mirror episode, so I recognised him from that. The girl I didn't recognise at all. I don't know what else she's been in, but they were both pretty good. It's a very dark comedy though, just as a warning. But it was pretty good. It was only 8 episodes, 20 minutes each, so I binged through it one night. It was pretty entertaining. I would recommend to people if you're into that kind of thing. Also, it's one of those shows where it is very short. If you watch the first episode and you don't like it, I would say probably just stop watching, because it's pretty much the same throughout. If you don't like the first episode, you're not gonna like any of it. I know there are some. I know like there are some shows out there where people are like, oh, you know, first episode isn't great, but you know, once you get up to like episode 5 or 6, it really starts getting good. I would, you know, stick through it. This isn't one of those shows. It's, you know, pretty consistent quality throughout this show, I would say, from episode 1 to 8. So, but I enjoyed it quite a lot. It was pretty entertaining. You're afraid of Mel? Is it and it's considered a is there? Is considered a disorder rather than just a phobia? I've never heard of that before. That's interesting. Did I jump into that halfway through? Did I miss a key detail in that conversation you guys were having there? Give me that headbutt. Well, nice thing about this TM is I don't have to worry about wasting it, because now that we have it, I can just rebuy it at the department store. So, who do I want to throw this on? You know what? I'm going to throw this on Whip Trip, because he needs a good move other than Water Gun. And I'm going to throw... oh, never mind. You know what? I'll give Swift to Hattori. He needs a better move, a better normal type move than fucking Tackle. Or Quick Attack even. Yeah, this will be stronger, so... I was gonna give Swift to Chia, but I guess it can't learn it. Oh well. Alright, now that we have Headbutt, let's head back to Azalea. We'll headbutt the trees there, and also the trees that are next to the cave entrance. We've got 2 chances to get a Heracross. If we get one, fucking awesome. If we don't, rip. And while we're there, we can also grab a Charcoal. Oops. I don't want to headbutt the tree. Alright. Get healed up. Guess while I'm here I might as well throw Zimmy in the PC. Alright. Let's see if we can get ourselves a Heracross, shall we? This could take a while. as well. Oh, never mind. Ah, Ekans. Alright, that's fine. Ah, it's already sleeping. Well, I guess that's one less Pokemon that we can find on the other route. I mean, Onyx is pretty good early on in the game, for these stats, but he definitely starts lacking in his stats once you get like halfway through the game. At that point, he definitely gets to the point where he's just not doing enough damage. Alright, we got an Ekans. Again. Alright, what name suggestions have you guys got for an Ekans? A female? You know, I think like 90% of the Pokemon we have caught in this playthrough have been female, you know that? Yeah, nothing but girls. Nothing but the ladies. What do I want to call you, Ekans? Loop. Oh, I know. I'm just gonna call him Noodle. I like that name. My first thought was Danger Noodle, but then I was like, that's not gonna fit, and I don't want to put Danger Noodle in without having any, like, vowels or anything, because that would just look so weird, so let's call him Noodle. Alright. Now comes the moment of truth. Are we going to get a Heracross here, or are we going to get nothing? Very good chance we're just going to get like a Pineco or something. That's just a cliche. I like it though, Noodle. For an Ekans. It's pretty fun. We've already had a Spearow, so Dupe's Claws. That is one nice thing about the trees at this point though. We have already got a lot of the Pokemon that we can find in these trees, so there's a good few that we can just skip past and call Dupe's Claws for. More than likely Pineco or Heracross are going to be the two Pokemon we find here. The only two. Oh, or Apom. I kind of forgot about Apom. Ah well. That's fine. Apom's not bad. Well, it's kind of bad, but it's not the worst thing that we could get. More than likely not going to use this, but we'll get it anyway. Yeah, if this was Heart Gold or Soul Silver, Apom would be pretty solid. Ambipom is actually pretty decent. I was really hoping for it as well. Heracross, getting the Heracross here would have been amazing. Heracross is so overpowered in this gen. Don't wake up. Thank you. Alright, we should be able to catch it from there. Hey! The long-tailed Pokemon uses its tail to hang on to tree branches, uses its momentum to swing from one branch to another. Time for an Apom. Oh, Talonov, it's... Oh, you got an Onyx through the trade? Yeah, that's why. The, trade... You gotta remember, traded Pokemon don't listen to you unless you have the right badge. I think you need either the second or third badge before it will start listening to you. If you have it above like level 10 or 11. Toodle, Baby, Base Bun. You have the first badge. You might have to get the second or third one until it starts listening to you. Oh, you know what I'm gonna call you? I'm gonna call you Yoink. Yoink! I feel like Apom's one of those kind of Pokemon that would just steal stuff all the time. And would just be like, Yoink! Wait, it's tail. We'll call her Yoink. Yoink! Alright. We'll get healed up. Okay guys, well that is... we are about at the end of the stream there. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you all the new people that came in today. I hope you guys had a good time. We got a bunch of new followers and stuff. We will be back to continue this tomorrow at 5:30 PM GMT. That's the time for the UK. So don't know what that time is for you guys, but that's when we're going to be starting. Same time as today, I'll be streaming. And we shall head on to Goldenrod City tomorrow and hopefully get quite a lot of new cool Pokemon to add to the team. But again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow for some more Pokemon Crystal. I'll see you guys then. Have a good night. Bye bye.